You said what was it that came out? We don't trust you. Yeah, that you said that shit was trash at first.
No, but bro, we won't like the nigga drop the track list to the joint and had us anticipating this.
Did he really? He didn't drop a track at first for what you call
He
it?
didn't drop no songs from. He didn't drop no songs from. We don't trust you. That was like an anonymous joint that came out of nowhere.
Oh,
He
so
been
you yeah,
promoting
I
this
get what
joint.
you're saying. No, I get what you're
He
saying.
been
I thought you
promoting
was
this joint.
talking about.
Like this shit is not. It's not. It don't hit the same way. It don't hit the same way them two Jones hit. It don't. It's like he trying to be slow. Like, I don't. It's rapping, but it's slower. Like it's not. It don't pop off like the first Jones, bro. Not saying. Now let me take it back. I'm gonna take that back. It's not trash. No rapper in my top five is trash. But compared to what has recently dropped, like it is lackluster. That's a good word for it. It's lackluster. It's probably like 17 songs on that album, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's a lot of songs on it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
you're right.
it's like it's like I'm not bro, I'm gonna give it to you, Rob, bro. It's probably like 6 or 7 jumps on that jump. It's probably like that. It's not a no skip like the last jump. The last jump was a no skip. No bullshit. I can play lyric for lyric. I know the last jump lyric for lyric. Every song I played it before I go to work. Like this jump right here, and I done played this shit since 12, Rob. When it dropped, my phone reminded me it's added to your library, bro. Like I listen to this shit on my shift. I'm talking about on my shift. This shit is not the same. It's not the same. And maybe this shit opened the door for Drake to come back in because this shit right here, I mean, this
Did you
this
catch
is
any
not.
subliminals or anything?
I didn't catch it's like this. Maybe this shit was made before or made doing. I don't think this shit could have been made in the time that like from there to then because if it is, it's rushed. This shit ain't, bro. Come on now, bro. When I'm not trying to make it long winded, but like when that last jump dropped, the jump he dissed Kendrick on, bro, that jump was hitting the first day, bro. We was talking about that in the pod. Niggas was that shit was undisputed. Like, bro, that shit was undisputed. Me and Rob going back and forth sharing that shit on that page, bro. Every song on that bitch, everyday hustle. I'm talking about for 2 weeks straight, bro. That shit was fire. This shit right here, nobody's doing the same thing. Niggas doing it because they've been promoting it. They don't want to be like, oh, I'm not gonna stop promoting it because they've been sweet all week. I like South of France. I like that song. That's one of the songs that's sweet. I like it's I mean I don't know, bro. I don't know what are you trying to do with this joke. But I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know. That's I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's just a mixtape. It ain't like it's an album though.
I said I'm
But I
gonna
see
take it
what you're
back. It's
saying.
not good. I'm not gonna say it's not good, but it's not what we thought it was gonna be. Have you
Okay.
listened to the whole thing?
No, like I said, bro, I just literally woke up probably like 30 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah. I ain't even trying to spoil it for you, bro. You ain't gonna find no everyday hustle on that joke. For you,
Damn. Like I said, you ain't gonna find no everyday hustle. I mean, it's gonna be tough to top that one right now anyway.
Magic Don Juan on that joke. You know,
I gotta let it cook before I give my receipt.
maybe yeah, that's the real. What is that? Is that an excuse though?
As
You
far as
gotta let
what?
it cook. What like when you say you gotta let it cook, you gotta let it grow on you type shit. What you saying?
Yeah, type shit. Cause like some songs, it don't be hitting like that on the
Yeah,
first couple
exactly.
listens.
Exactly. But the first listen, we listened to like that. That shit was like that. That's what I'm saying. Like the first time we listened to motherfucking the John Kendrick, that shit was like that. Everyday Hustle was like that. Fucking Magic John Juan was like that. I'm Fried was like that. Like bro, this shit is certified hits on that last joint, bro. I cannot
Yeah.
say that about this joint right here, bro. The first day I heard the last joint, bro, I was riding that shit for weeks. Bro, no. This shit, no, I
Oh,
cannot get hyped. This is some lean type shit. You gotta drink some lean type shit to be into the mood. But this that type shit, I ain't on that way. Like that's what that is, bro. No.
I don't know. I only gave it like a little 5 minute listen. Just run it
I
through
Matt,
like some songs. So I can't really say what it is right now. But I don't know. I mean, shit. I had a little better reception than what you giving. I mean, I thought some of them Jones was all right. Like,
I'm gonna give it to settle it all out, to make it all. I'm gonna give it a 7 point. I'm gonna give it seven. I'm gonna give it 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. 7 out of 10. For a future
that's still
album,
awesome. That's still a high score, a little bit.
I give it a 7.
I say I ain't listened to it yet, but I would even accept it like a 6 if you said that. Like, Because even then, that's still at least like decent to me.
Them 7 songs rad though. If you put them on an EP, them jumps were rad. Like, but with the other jumps, I would consider them fillers, bro. That's a whole lot of filler. Like that, bro. Literally, Future is just on one song, bro. I'll give a review of motherfucking not the intro track, but the second jump, bro. He is literally mumbling the whole song. Literally,
With
I'm talking
Lil
about he's
Demon.
literally like Lil Demon. Like he's literally mumbling. What's the name? I got music right here. It's not Teflon Don. Which one was it? He's literally. I thought Plutoski, the way he named it, was gonna be a thug song. That shit is trash, bro. Get it off my fucking phone. That shit blew me. Like that shit blew me. He blew me with Plutoski. He blew me with Plutoski. Surfing on a tsunami is hard. Surfing on a tsunami is hard. South of France is hard. Stole my lost my dog. Press the button. That's it. I'm not lying to y'all. Do y'all analysis? Y'all listen to the jump yourself. That's just me giving my analysis on what I like. Maybe y'all like that shit. Y'all get y'all analysis. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I'll let it cook up. I'll give an analysis another time later. I don't even know who to anticipate as far as dropping music in the upcoming year. Well, not upcoming year, but at the end of the year. Who we got? Kendrick and Drake. I think they're locks to drop something, but I can't think no other rapper right now that's like, oh, drop some. Maybe J. Cole. Maybe J. Cole. But yeah, like I'll let this joint cook up before I say it's like lackluster or anything like that. I heard a little bit. It sounds like it's Metro tracks on there, of course, right?
Yeah,
I ain't even see who produced any of the songs, but it sounds like Metro shit. Nobody know.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right, so okay.
Well, it says it's made, but it's actually produced
Oh,
by his own.
Southside.
Yeah,
Wait,
Southside.
hold on. It's Southside Junks. I'm trying to see the whole catalog, but
Shit, it say the record label that make it is his though, Wilborn Holding Company. That's Future last name.
oh shit. Regardless, I'll let it
Yeah.
cook up. I ain't gonna get too crazy on my takes. Shit, we on music. First and foremost, welcome back to the HighLite podcast. I'm 1/3 of the Gizane Outcast Rail. Got my dogs with me, of course. 3 from HV, Tasman with the Gas Man, and shit. We'll go ahead and just pivot on to something else as far as the music industry, because it's been probably the talk of the town, the talk of the world. Motherfucking Diddy.
Charged with racketeering, kidnapping, and sex trafficking. This is all based on a grand jury indictment where prosecutors went to the grand jury over a period of months. Now, there is a long list here. He's charged with prostitution, coercion, enticing to engage in prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The complaint, the indictment, mentions the now notorious freak-off parties, calling them, and this is the words from the indictment, elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded.
Keep Diddy. That's what the fuck I'm calling this episode. Keep Diddy. This nigga going down. So I don't know if there's any other speculation that you gotta have. It's just the more news that get revealed, it's like, wow, this nigga was really on some gangstalicious shit. Like,
I
nigga
want to see the
had,
names. I want to see the names who were there.
yeah, that's
Niggas
gonna be
talking about
the
they
bigger impact of it.
They said they got most. You know, they said they got most of it on. They got most. Like they confiscated a lot of video too.
Yep.
Like I wonder through like law, can you like make the videos public? I mean, shit like that tends to happen anyway. And I feel like it probably will happen. Somebody probably will leak a video. But
New videos, though.
I feel like
What?
they already know. They had the evidence since like early May,
Yeah.
like or early February. Bro, we were talking about Diddy. Niggas making memes about Diddy in February. Cat Williams said in an interview, he said, "You just gotta say no to Diddy." And when that interview came out, that interview was like in February, at the beginning of the
Yeah.
year. So niggas was already talking about Diddy. Diddy's name was already trending. Like, and then the Drink Champs interview just made it way more like viral. Like that, wow, this dude is really unhinged. Like on camera, like it seems to me like now that we see he's locked up, now that we see every picture and every video to him prior, it seems like his demeanor was straight giving rapist, pedophile type, like like offender type vibes. Like, bro, look, have you seen the pictures? And now that it's all circulating and he's starting to look bad, it makes Meek Mill look very bad. That Meek Mill was actually wearing he was actually wearing a matching short
A
set.
matching outfit.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Bro, ain't no
So
fucking
nasty.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
He was actually matching a matching short set with P. Diddy.
With a
Shoulder
little
to shoulder
midget right there.
with a midget in between. This is not fake. This is real. P. Diddy, Meek knows something. Meek knows something, and it's like bruh. I feel like the shit is deep. I just want to see the names that pop up because it's just gonna get worse.
It's just gonna get worse.
It's no getting better in this until he gets sentenced. And I don't know what the sentence could be. It could be life, but I don't think they're gonna give P. Diddy life. That's gonna be my take right now. I don't think they're gonna give P. Diddy. They didn't give R. Kelly life.
Nah, they ain't gonna give it life.
They gave
mean,
Kelly 30 years though,
But
didn't
this is the
Yeah, I was
interesting.
ready to say they just gonna like they gonna throw the book out that nigga though for real.
This is the interesting thing I want y'all to think about though. They gave Harvey Weinstein a bail. They gave Bill Cosby a bail. And it was another lady. It was another man. The lady was talking about. It was the third person. They gave a bail for these charges, but they denied P. Diddy bail. Why do you think that is? Do you think P. Diddy is more powerful than all those three men I just mentioned?
I heard Harvey Weinstein, but who else you said? Jeffrey Epstein?
And yeah, him too. Yeah, that was the third one. Yep, thank you. Epstein and Bill Cosby. All three of them
Bill
got
Cosby,
bills.
okay.
They all
Yeah,
got bills.
I mean, I don't know if it's a dumb question or not, but Harvey Weinstein, a billionaire? Over?
No, but Harvey Weinstein has control over the most popular movies that you watch in your life.
Hollywood, like a motherfucker. I get it. I get what you're saying. But I remember seeing some of the maybe not court case or whatever, but it was something like what the judge was saying as far as like how they gonna handle the situation or handle the case as far as P. Diddy. They was basically saying like, we don't care if he's a celebrity or we don't care if he's famous or whatever the case may be, we're gonna hold him like accountable for all his actions. So I don't know if it's just a special moment, a particular moment that he's the one that gets no type of leeway or favoritism or anything like that. But either way, like it's deserving. So I'm not gonna complain. Like
You feel like
I will hope everybody get the type of treatment that Diddy getting, but at the same time, it's like shit. I ain't be mad that this nigga's getting fully held accountable.
Have you looked at the charges?
Have we looked at what? Oh, the charges?
Have you looked at the charges? Have you read the court document?
I ain't read the court document. I just seen generalized shit. I seen kidnapping, arson, sex trafficking, human trafficking, some shit.
Basically what's on social media.
Yeah, like headline type shit.
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna go down. See, that's why I don't even like defending the shit and going into it. But I just want to know what the charge is. I just want to know what interstate sex trafficking is. I just want to know what interstate sex trafficking is. Like, if somebody can give me an exact definition on what that is, like, I want to know what that is.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna like try to make sense out of it.
I ain't trying to make. I just don't know. So
I mean, yeah, like I don't.
Feds bring up the point that he got locked up with 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
gotta tell him no.
What is the what is that? Like
That's some freak ass nigga shit.
that's a freak ass shit. That's a
Freako.
was that
The
a charge?
freako, yeah.
So you charging a nigga for being freaky?
Too freaky. I mean, he was violating some shit. So yeah.
I just want to see the names that come out over this shit, man. Because you got a hell of people that's defend. When I say you got hella people that's defending him, like, bro, I just want to see the name because people gonna be guilty. All these CEOs have been stepping down the last week. Like everybody's gonna be implemented because they're gonna give him a bone. P Diddy, if you don't want to do life in prison, give us all the names that you know. Give us
Exactly.
every name that was there, every name that you ever conspired with since '08 to keep this thing running. Matter of fact, do you know who killed Biggie? Do you want to cop out to that now? Do you know the shooter? Because we know your gay ass didn't do it. But like they're gonna offer him every bone.
What if
He's
he
gonna
did
take
though?
huh? I don't
I
think he, I
already
If he
don't
said,
think he
did, they
but he's
shit.
gonna they gonna definitely release news about that Biggie situation though. Like basically whether or not if he put out a
bro,
hit.
that lawyer just trying to get him 2 bails. Did you see his first bail agreement?
His lawyers offered up his Miami home, his mother's home, as well as collateral. Also, he would forfeit his passport, but it wasn't enough to keep him out of jail until trial.
Hi, Christine. This was Sean Diddy Combs' second day in court after those federal charges and after spending a night in a federal lockup. He walked in the courtroom very calm, very confident. His sons were in the courtroom, and at one point, he even blew them a kiss and put his hand to his heart. But just about a half hour ago, the judge denied him bail again, saying if released, he could tamper with evidence and contact witnesses. Now, if you may recall, this music mogul has been charged with sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors argued he is a flight risk and used the term dangerousness today a lot, saying his violence against women went on for decades, and he ran an elaborate sex acts called freak-offs. And he had a team who helped him with everything from setting up rooms to supplies. Now, prosecutors also said freak-off activity is the core of this case. They say the victims and escorts that were presented in this case so far is just the tip of the iceberg. They also argued that if bail was granted, risk of obstruction would be heightened because of Combs' power. And they say just last week, he contacted a witness over 50 times.
He gave up his mama crib. This nigga gave up his mama crib and $50 million to his crib. And gave up the passports to his daughters, his mother, him. Like, this nigga is trying to, like, right? I wouldn't be surprised. R. Kelly ain't did it yet. See, that's the only reason R. Kelly ain't. And I believe he served it because he believed, O.J. Simpson, that he served his sentence. So,
I mean, he still got out of parole.
yeah, you're right. But he still served some time. He served some time. I don't think when this gavel drops that P. Diddy is getting out of jail. I don't think that they're ever going to let him get out of jail. I think karma, like they're not going to give him a life sentence, but I think it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be like one of those numbers, like 33 years type shit, 34 years. He's
But
probably
like
going to be built out.
he's getting 10 to 30 years, bro. Off rip. Ain't no way he's serving any 5 or anything like that. This nigga is going off back. Get at least
And
like 10 years at the most. I mean, at the least.
he might get. I ain't even trying to be bullshitting, bro. He'll never do some corrupt shit like that. But like,
What?
I ain't even trying to take it left field, bro. But like with that, like that, I'm not. This is not this. I'm just saying this, bro. It happened like with Donald Trump winning president. I don't know, bro. The nigga might. This is a Fed case.
Nah,
He
he
might.
ain't
He
still.
can't pardon. He can't pardon that.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy.
Don's never been wider. I love Diddy.
You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects.
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that
Oh,
question.
wow.
I
I
don't
think
know.
he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
That's the same motherfucker that said grab him by the pussy.
That's the same motherfucker that's a felon running for president, right, guys?
But I think in that same sentiment, he has such a bad reputation that he can't afford no more stains. Like
I'm talking about a post-election. I'm saying if he win,
okay.
I
All
said
right,
if
my
he
bad,
win,
my
if
bad.
he would have won, he'd do some radical ass shit like that.
Okay, I get what you're
Like,
saying. My bad. I mean, shit, but still, like, you know what? At that point, yeah, you might be right. Because if he get in, he ain't gonna give a fuck.
it's his last term, and I'm not trying to say the politics. That's what I'm not trying to
Yeah,
say.
I know.
But I'm just like, it's his last term, and I'm saying that's his only. And P Diddy is a powerful man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the coincidences. Who the fuck would have thought Michael Rubin would have been giving so much praise to Meek Mill? And all this shit is starting to piece together. Michael Rubin. Now they trying to say it was some other Michael Rubin tried to say the governor Santos DeSantis he came up with the idea of Meek promoting it for black people to get out. Michael Rubin said that now they trying to come out and say it was a backstory to that shit. Like
Yeah, the
somebody
Philadelphia
told
governor.
yeah, like it was a backstory to that shit. So I'm trying to be like, so how many niggas was your ear, Meek? Like you is like Meek knows some shit. Meek is a very impressionable guy, bro. And if that pressure come down on Meek ass, bro, I'm telling you, he gonna squeal.
I was fucking this bad bitch, she fucking me good, and that bitch almost drove me crazy. I pulled up to her crib, I was in that 19 Mercedes.
Bro, there's no way that you match up a fucking short set with a grown ass man. That's not your brother. That's not your father. What the fuck are you doing? I don't fucking match short sets with you, real. I don't match fucking outfits with you, bro. I don't. I'm a fucking man. Who does shit? And he be looking so fruity in pictures. It don't help his. It don't help his identity. It don't help his fucking identity.
Not at
Like
all.
it's like he be acting like he be acting like this what he want, and then get mad on social media, going rants. Oh, I'm not gay. He finally brought up the gay shit like a couple months ago. Like he finally brought that shit. Niggas been calling you, and now you want to bring it up because I wonder if the industry knew that P Diddy was gonna get locked up at the time that he was gonna get locked up. Because I've seen his Cassie come out in the last couple of days outside. Like,
hey Cassie, how are you? How do you feel about all the allegations with Diddy going on right now? Do you feel justice is being served right now? Have a good night. Good to see you, Cassie.
she's been scared to not come outside. Like I've seen people, Albie Shore's father is starting to speak up now.
For over more than a decade and a half, and then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm going to write a song and we're going to eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger that my God got me. And I got you.
Like I've seen the world. We're gonna find out some shit in the next couple of days, bro.
Yeah, because we talking about music shit. We gotta talk like, all right. So let's just kind of go through the history. We already brought up the Biggie shit, the Tupac shit. Like you already heard about the rumors of Keefe D who got locked up recently or something like that. Who got charged with the killing?
Then
Yeah,
Keith D get charged with the killing of Tupac.
yeah. I think he's held most responsible.
Of paying $1 million for the killing of rap icon Tupac Shakur. According to the court documents, Davis claims Combs paid Eric Von Martin the money. He also says that Combs offered to set up a phone call with Terrence Brown, who was the driver of the car that rolled up next to Shakur and Suge Knight on September 7th, 1996, near the Strip. Now, Davis says that he was telling on himself and not trying to provide evidence against anyone else. He's accused of orchestrating the plot to kill Shakur. A trial date has been set now for some time in November.
For the setup or whatever. But yeah, like you hear about all these things, but you know, I think he said something like he ain't said nothing about Diddy or whatever, but I think he did indicate like he got paid a good amount of money to make that, make that move, get his nephew to do the killing, whatever. But you got that situation, of course. But let's think about, the Shine situation. Some people were saying the victim was saying that Diddy shot the gun.
Standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands. But then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said over and over, I've heard the voice of God said, you are about to be hit. Calm down. And as I said, no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Like, no bullshit. They just recognized him as a mogul of hip hop. I wonder if they're going to strip him. If he get convicted, I wonder if they strip him from all
Right.
Grammys that he's won. Do you know how many
He getting all
Grammys
that shit too, bro.
No, that shit ain't gonna happen because that'll take Grammys from Biggie. That'll take Grammys from a whole lot of people, bro.
They can't just eliminate his name
because it's under him. It's under Bad Boys.
Man, that's
you gonna have to sell it. If he ain't sold it real fast, I don't know why he sold it. If he sold it, they can't delete it. They have to confiscate it for the government. But who's gonna represent that? That's what I'm saying. They're not going to delete all the music. They're not going to delete Biggie's catalog. But what I'm saying is, who's going to own it? The government? Like the feds? Because it's a Fed case now. If we're including all this shit into Diddy, like it's a Fed case. He's involved in two of the greatest rappers at all time dying.
Leads back to Diddy is I believe that Diddy allegedly put the hit out, like they said, but I believe that allegedly, Jimmy Henchman and Diddy did that together. Only reason I say Jimmy Henchman and Diddy did that together is because Gene Dale said that check came for $1 million, went to Zip. Zip was supposed to pay that to the Crips, and the check came from Black Ground Records, and Jimmy Henchman was working at Black Ground Records with Barry Hankinson. The only connection between Black Ground in that check and Zip is Jimmy Henchman worked at Black Ground Records and Jimmy Henchman had a beef with Tupac. And Jimmy Henchman was cool with Diddy. Mm-hmm. And Diddy had beef with Big for stealing that publishing. If that check did come from Black Ground Records, then now I believe that with the beef that Suge and Pac had with Jimmy and Puff, that would be why Pac got killed.
6 months apart?
6 months. He's involved in both of these. He's a catalyst in both of them. He eliminated both of these men over greed.
Over fear.
It's a whole fucking documentary of why Biggie went to that party that night. And he did not want to go to that party that night.
LA, and he told Fat Joe that he didn't want to go to LA. He actually wanted to go to London. But Biggie, he was the one that wanted to go to LA, and he was the one that was pushing to go to LA.
That's not true. My name is Kirk Burrows. I ran Bad Boy Entertainment. I helped co-found it. I created the company with him. I raised from general manager to president. And at that time, I put all of those business plans together. And Biggie didn't want to go to LA, ended up going. What got him out there was a week ahead of time to ease him into the whole award show. He may not have wanted to go to London, but was talked into it. First time ever, a rapper of your stature getting this treatment, that would be something he would be interested in doing, but he was easily talked out of it by Sean so that they can make an appearance at an event in LA that Saturday night, a part of the posturing of not only did we come to the award show, not only am I recording my album out here, and Big is gonna help me with some of the writing and maybe do something out here where me and him did this song in LA. I'm out on the town. And it was just too much. You ever heard of someone doing too much?
You're right.
Yeah, there you go.
He wanted to go overseas to a show that he had already set up. And Puffy made him come to went back when he was called Puffy. The nigga didn't change his name so much. It's probably over legal means. Bro, he been doing shit so long, we just don't know. Like, why does he change his name every 3 weeks? Because the bitch probably ready to sue his ass over something. So he changed his name to Daddy Love or Buddy Love. You know that nigga changed his name to Buddy Love 1 year? He is fucking crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
these
that's
bitches
funny
just
as shit.
been. I don't understand why Mace don't speak up. I don't understand what Mace is holding on to. Mace know this nigga. Like, what the
Do you
fuck
think
Mace
it's a
scared of?
y'all think it's an industry protection type thing? Like he's just
It
so
ain't no
ingrained
more.
into it.
It ain't no more. It
Yeah,
ain't no
definitely ain't no
more.
more. That's why I feel like it will be more people like he had the little arson charge with Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi was like fucking with Cassie, and Diddy
Yeah.
found out he tried to burn his car and shit like that. So Kid Cudi gonna have something to say about this. You got all the what's making the band members or whatever.
Yep. He tried to
All them
make the niggas
motherfuckers
walk
coming
for
in.
make the
Yeah,
niggas walk for something. Like what? I should have told you how big his ego was then. He told you, and they came with a reasonable offer, bro. You being big headed, bro. You telling us like fuck us, just walk.
Be up in here making hits. I'm here. Ain't gonna stop. This y'all decision on your lives. If y'all bucking on this little right here, I definitely don't want to with y'all.
Niggas want this man, but we was just on the tip like you was trying to put us out there like a bitch or something, like make us walk all the way to Brooklyn, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't really care however you took it or whatever went through your mind was a mission that had to be done. All this psychological, that's ego. So the ego's in your way. So the ego made the decision, especially with a like you, when I helped you get your ass out of a situation and you looking at me in my face telling me you ain't gonna do something. I can see if I told you to go rob a bank, sit here and be talking about it, man. Be fly about it, get your swag on, walk that way. Your is that way, do it. If you want to think about it, or if you ain't gonna walk that way, walk to Brooklyn and be happy about it.
Down the block with my stomach and knots.
This got us walking to Brooklyn for some cheesecake.
Your ego be bigger than you, then fuck it, just leave. I said, what? You know what? Fuck you, nigga, I'm gone. Like, and most of them niggas was on that, but you had a couple of niggas that was like, let's look at the real video.
You welcome.
Like a couple of niggas was gonna do it because the leader said nah. They said nah. Like they said, if you say no, bro, I'm gonna ride with you, bro. And he was like, nah, we ain't fucking with it. And they ain't fuck with it. And that nigga P. Diddy just came off like, I don't give a fuck if you. He said, I don't care what you thought in your head. That ain't my. I was like, what? He was like, I don't care what you thought your opinion was. Like, I was like, nah, you can't work with this nigga. You can't work with him.
real quick, shout out Dave Chappelle for the Chappelle Show.
You guys are official now. Welcome to Bad Boy. It's Bad Boy, baby. Can't stop. Won't stop. I'm shutting the studio down. The only way I can keep the studio open is if y'all go out and walk to northern New Jersey, give me a set of left-handed golf clubs. I also need you to take a picture with the midget holding these balloons. Y'all not working like a team? I got to shut the studio down, yo. All right, the only way I open the studio up now, y'all got to walk uptown to the Bronx and get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. I only drink the finest breast milks. Go out there and milk the Cambodian. It's 100% Cambodian, yeah? It's the real shit. Breast milk, you made my day.
But yeah, like he was definitely on some shit as far as like telling niggas like, hey, this nigga Diddy kind of wild. Like the nigga made him go to Brooklyn for breast milk or some shit. Like
I need some Cambodian breast milk. Like.
Cambodian breast milk. Cambodian breast milk. I want you to go on Fifth Ave. And after you go on Fifth, you go all the way back to Third, then go back to Fifth.
But I gotta shut the studio down.
You go all the way to Third, you go back.
Hey, but Like I said, man, keep Diddy. Keep Diddy. God damn it.
Keep Diddy, bro. Keep him.
Keep that nigga in there. The streets will be safer.
That's the crazy part, though. Like, if it's one person in the black community that niggas really don't care about now, that they want him to actually stay in there, it's P. Diddy now. Like, I think everybody in the community is not trying to take up for this nigga like how they was doing, like Bill Cosby and all them other niggas. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Bro, another CEO just stepped down. Nike CEO John Donahoe steps down from the company. Elliot Hill will take his position and started as Nike's intern.
Make that something.
Another
Speaking of
CEO.
stepping down, we're gonna talk about this whole Diddy situation because there are ramifications as far as like the future of hip hop, but we can save that for another episode. But as far as stepping down, I do want to shout out one of the goat tier, legend, icon, the great Adrian Wojnarowski.
And I will miss the heads up of him calling me to say he's working on a big trade and we get to talk about how to handle a certain story and little things that are going on in advance. I love him as a reporter. I love him as a friend. And he is the best basketball reporter who ever was. You can't lose somebody like that. The equivalent of Barry Sanders in the prime of his career.
Nobody's more well connected. Nobody's more respected.
This is a monster haul for the New Orleans Pelicans to get two starters, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, an outstanding young player in Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including the number 4 overall pick.
I got a little trade for you here, Scott. Hold on.
Here we go. Here we go. Breaking news, Woj bomb. I knew something was happening. You started looking at your phone, getting all nervous.
It's a small one. Detroit is trading DeLon Wright to the Kings for guard Corey Joseph. That's a tip-off here. We're past midnight in this trade.
Deal is final. The Spurs will send Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a 2019 first-round.
They traded for Paul George tonight, and they are sending to Oklahoma City essentially a record collection of draft picks or first-round picks, unprotected future first-round, and outstanding rookie point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The Knicks were determined to acquire Mikal Bridges, and they have been gathering up draft assets for years.
It was like Tayshaun, Rip Hamilton, a bunch of picks. And Kobe, they had agreed to it essentially, the two teams, but Kobe had to want to do it.
No more Woj bombs. And I must say, in this, I guess 2015 and up NBA off seasons or whatever, Woj just dropped some classic Woj bombs, like shit that I remember to this day, like the Kevin Durant shit going to the Warriors, the Paul George trade, the Kawhi going to the Clippers. Like those were some like very memorable moments in basketball that didn't even involve like watching them play. Like just the off season was like theatrical or just entertaining. So, man, shout out to Woj, man. He had a good run. He had a Jordan run, I would say. You ain't go shout out Woj. Nah, y'all fuck with Woj. Well, anywho, I guess we can actually move on to football. That's what I was gonna get into in the first place, but I'll ask y'all this if y'all paying attention. Was there any week 2 games that caught y'all eye, or just week 2 period as far as
fucking Cowboys getting beat 44-19?
Game plan. Play pass, deep drop. Carr lets it zip, and he's got it to Olave on the move inside the 20. Chris Olave. Here's Kamara running right side. Wow! Surges in for the touchdown. Different game. Jamal Williams in the game at that. Carr pressure, lets it fly. Going deep, Shaheed. Oh! He's got it! Touchdown, New Orleans! A bomb to Shaheed. Jefferson gets home to put a home.
Going to try to gain it here on second down.
Pressure coming. They set up a screen. Oh, there's a lot of room. Alvin Kamara, room to roll. Alvin Kamara's going to score. Touchdown. Wow. Here's Kamara off that left side. That's another big chunk. They pitch it to Kamara. Gets a lead block. He's got a first down and more. Alvin Kamara, 2. Kamara, big hole, left side. Alvin Kamara sprinting towards the end zone. He is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The third for Kamara. Prescott over the middle, and it's intercepted. It was high that time, and it's picked off by Adebo. Paulson Adebo now looking to make a play. He's got a seam. Adebo makes the move on Prescott. Taken down at the 20. Here's Carr, pressure, sings it towards the end zone. Olave goes up and got Anderson. Carr on the quarterback sneak, up and in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kamara looking for his 4th touchdown of the game. Stays on his feet. Alvin Kamara's got 4.
Yeah, that was a grand spanking. I seen that score early. What? Derek Carr had like 3 touchdowns in the first quarter or some shit? Or was it Alvin Kamara? I know they had like 3 touchdowns like damn.
Probably Alvin Kamara. Probably Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara was getting off. I think ground and air. I can look up his numbers real quick. Because I ain't gonna lie, shit. That shit was 21-0 or some shit like that. I ain't paid attention to it. I seen what time it was. But yeah, like, that is crazy. And I'll stick to the Cowboys real quick because my team does play the Saints this week. So I'll get a little more into the Saints. But as far as the Cowboys, you know, how do we feel about, particularly me and you, Threezy, how do we feel about our NFC East neighbor getting shellacked like that at their fucking stadium, the Jerry World Stadium? How do we feel about that? Like, are these niggas cooked already or like what? I don't really know what to make out of it.
I wouldn't say cooked already, but I say it's the makings of a mediocre season.
Is it makings of a typical season though? Because their mediocre seasons be like 10-7, 11-6 or some shit like that.
Oh, bang no buck.
I do remember you wanted to talk about their schedule. So,
but I'm wondering if that bang is even enough bang this year, because if you allow that team to put up 40 plus on your defense,
and they
that you rely heavily on and talk about almost every year, other than Dak, who you just gave an extension to, that is very embarrassing at home.
It's very embarrassing.
Like, and your counterparts have only won games. So you're a game under the Redskins, or you're tied. You're tied with the Redskins in 2 games. Going 3 games, going into 4.
You talking about the Eagles?
We say, Rob?
I say he talking about the Eagles.
Nah, Cowboys. Kind of stay with us, Rob, because I'm gonna go through their schedule real quick. Give me a sec. I was just on that motherfucker too, man. Goddamn, it's pretty sick. Okay.
Bad. Get in that water. I just hopped out.
Shit, that was very efficient. I couldn't even tell. But anywho, so next Sunday, this Sunday or whatever, they're playing against the Ravens. So I'm not sure. It depends on how the Ravens act, but then they play against the Giants. Then they play against the Steelers. So just that 3-game stretch right there. How y'all feel? Like Ravens, Giants, Steelers. How they make it out?
Lost Ravens. Win
1 and 3. I mean, 1
Giants.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
So we ain't even gonna focus on the Giants game because we already know how that go. If they lose that game, then they just buns. But Ravens, we can start off with that since that's the next game or whatever. Are we gonna predict the Lamar masterclass, a Zay Flowers masterclass, like,
I feel
or is it
like
gonna be a defensive masterclass for the Ravens? Because
I was gonna say.
like the Cowboys, their weapons aren't super potent. That's the problem. CD Lamb is elite. We know that. Like top 5 minimum. You go down the list, Brandon Cooks. Yeah, he had his years where he had like 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards. But I don't know if he's like that now in the year 2024. So we got to see how that matchup go. I guess they got Ezekiel Elliott back. He's not doing shit, to be honest. I mean, yeah, he ain't doing shit.
I mean, the first game, you can't say that because he did have a touchdown and some yards. So
I mean, he had a touchdown, 4 yards. He was doing his thing. He was doing his thing. But I don't even think that nigga eclipsed 50 yards rushing.
on the side.
Trying to think of the other weapons. His
Yeah,
nigga named Turpin or something like that. I think Turpin's the punt return, kick returner. Who the fuck else they got? Because they lost Michael Gallup last year, and he retired. So shout out to Michael Gallup. He was actually pretty nice when he was healthy. Hold on, let me go to it. Okay, so they got Jalen Tolbert. I think he was like 4th string last year. Jake Ferguson is questionable. So the Jake Ferguson Kyle Hamilton matchup, that's something to look out for, because if Jake Ferguson can't get off the line or get in the middle of the field and try to make plays for that, a nigga like Kyle Hamilton, he'll get a pick 6. He'll make a very clutch 3rd down pass block or whatever. Not pass block, but pass deflection. And, that could bring all hell to the Cowboys if they can't, take advantage of the middle of the field. If they got to depend on the outside, then, I'm not sure how they're going to handle with that defense. Yeah, like, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I think the Ravens got more firepower than them. So I'm just going ahead and say that the Ravens go win this shit like 24-17. I'll give you that. Isaiah,
I'll go 24-19.
Okay. What you think, Rob? How you feel the Ravens gonna do since that's y'all rival?
You talking about against the Cowboys or just in general?
Just about the Cowboys, Ravens, Cowboys.
I mean, of course, that's. I feel all right. So this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Lamar Jackson they really need that game, to be honest. Though,
since they've been playing,
since they've been playing like some cheap. So I mean, you said they play them next week or this week?
This Sunday.
Oh yeah, they need this game. They ready to whoop their ass. Lamar Jackson about to make this a marquee game in his career.
And let me see what they play. I don't even think it mattered, to be honest.
Shit, more likely like 4:00. It's probably a 4:00 game or the main event. It should be the main event.
Yeah.
But I feel like
it's the 4:25 game.
Yeah.
It's in Dallas.
That should be a night game. That should be a night game.
But I be feeling like that 4:00 game do be the best one though.
That's all hit.
Like some of the like night games, them shits be the best ones. But I feel like them 4:00 games most of the time be like the marquee games that you really want to watch for real.
I think that primetime games is meant for like star players, like the best teams who have the star players. Like you, for some reason, the Kansas City Chiefs don't really get a lot of primetime games on Monday. They get their regular season games because maybe what else do y'all need? For real. Like,
yeah, they get a lot of 4:00 games.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a Midwest thing, though.
Maybe that's a Midwest thing because their time gap is so different from the West and the East. They're right in the middle, so it's always is it always an hour off from us, or like a 2-hour thing?
Yeah, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, some shit like that.
It's not that much of a difference.
But yeah, just to stay on the Cowboys real quick. I do want to hear a little bit about Rob. Well, do you want to save that for next week, Rob, as far as the Steelers and Cowboys, or
I mean, we can talk about it a little bit right now.
because I'm trying to see their trajectory. Like, I'm trying to see if they will fall into
The trajectory is if the trajectory is of the offense, if your boy can learn how to throw a little bit more accurate, then there'll be a motherfucking problem. Because he got the motherfucking arm strength. He got the leg power. He got both of them down pat. He like a
I don't
young
know
he
though.
he just make irrational decisions. All that takes is a good year of disciplined coaching. And he playing right up under the best coach that can do that to him. This motherfucking coach so disciplined, he'll even step on the field and trip an opposing team player. He is so motherfucking disciplined. So
Ooh,
like
Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, he tripped up whatchamacallit on the kick return when he was on the field. Mike Tomlin. You remember that? He was on the field.
Yeah, I remember that. Against
He was on the field.
Jacoby Jones, RP to Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, he tripped him up when he was running.
Yeah.
And I'm giving high praise to him. The nigga ain't had a losing season in how long? He's in the most structured, he's probably in the best coaching situation he can be in. As a black quarterback, like with a defense behind him, he can win that locker room. And I hear reports of Russell Wilson coming back if he's healthy. I don't think they should give the starting spot to Russell. Only
Fuck no.
in a situation where Justin is becoming so bad that you can't play him. I don't think he's just too athletic, and that offensive line is going to get to know him. That Steelers offensive line gains confidence throughout the season. That's why they always have winning season. That offensive line gets structure behind it. The Steelers have a good fucking offensive line coach and a good fucking defensive line coach historically, almost every year. Like they go for the top line, even if they got to coach them, or even if they're top line coming through the draft. Like they get the top name offensive linemen and defensive linemen throughout the draft and throughout time hit period. Even if it's late in the draft, they turn them into stars. That's what the Steelers are about. So that offensive line grows with that quarterback. If they grow to Justin Fields and they learn his tendencies and he becomes a better accurate passer, the footwork is already there. He can make plays with his feet. It's just the throwing in clutch moments and consistent play that we need you to make. I'm not asking you to be a Ben Roethlisberger and extend plays, maybe get 37, maybe get 45 pass attempts a game. I'm not asking you to do that, Justin Fields. I'm asking you to get me 27 pass attempts a game, and you probably to give me probably 15 or 16 of those, 18 of those, and give me about 250 every game, 250, 280 every game. You can make your money. You will make money as a quarterback in this league. But if he can't do that, and I'm only saying do that in the division he's playing in because it's never going to get easier in his career ever in this division he's playing in. This division is always going to be that division. You got Lamar Jackson, who's an MVP 2 times.
Ooh.
He's only been playing in this league less than 6 years. It's fucking crazy. Look at the trajectory of Patrick Mahomes. We're not even talking about that yet. We're talking about Lamar Jackson. This shit is different. Like in that division, it's different. So it's like you're gonna always have to be ready. The Steelers, since Ben Roethlisberger, they haven't had an identity at quarterback, and it's not been a long time. But I'm just saying, it's hard, not even hard to step up in shoes like that. It's just the division. Everybody is so much better. The Ravens are almost a 12-win team every year. The Steelers are almost a 12-win team every year, 11-win team every year. The Bengals, been to 2 Super Bowls, not 2 Super Bowls, 2 outlasting playoffs. The last couple of years, the Cleveland Browns had the best defense in the league last year, regardless of the quarterback play. Like we're talking about a division that should be considered probably the best division in the NFL. Probably if we're considering it defensive wise, coming through that bitch, he's gonna have to learn, bro. Like he's gonna have to learn real quick. And this game coming up against the Cowboys, Rob, with this game coming up, that's going to be a good game to see if he can. Especially you got Stray Diggs healthy.
Javon Diggs, yeah.
Is he healthy?
Yeah, he healthy.
What is his stats this season? Has he been doing good?
Uh, hard to tell. Let me see.
How good is
I
it?
think he had a pick first game.
How good is this? How good is the in your opinion? How good is the Cowboys defensive back?
Be honest, they have a lot of young players now. Um, Not even that, but some of the old players are getting old. So somebody like DeMarcus Lawrence, for example, I don't really hear his name a lot. Been. I don't think he's been impactful this year. So if he
That's the
can't
word
really
I
be his old self, he's been the best pass rusher for like the last 3-4 years for the Cowboys. So if he losing that step, that's a problem. Mozzie Smith, he's been trash. That's their first round pick from last year or 2 years ago or something like that. Michael Parsons, I don't know if the league is figuring him out as far as like how to play him, but I wouldn't even say he's been that impactful. Eric Kendricks, they got him. I mean, he's getting up there in age. He was all right the first game. Couldn't tell you how he was the second game. Like I said, I ain't played when they got 21 nude. And Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson. I think they've been starting for like the last 2 years at safety. Come on now. Like, I ain't gonna say they trash, but come on. Like, they don't really got no
so
star power like that on defense, to be honest,
so
other
do
than
you,
Micah and Trevon did.
so you think it's a realistic point that 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 Justin Fields could probably get 2+?
Yeah, I
Do you
think you can
think
get
he's
a rushing in and a pass. I don't think it'll be a high score, but I think if it's a high score, Pittsburgh's going to make plays on defense and probably fuck
yes,
around, get a
yes,
forced fumble, fuck around, turn that to a
yes,
touchdown. So,
yes. I'm more interested in seeing that motherfucking that line against Dak Prescott. I'm more interested in that seeing how Dak Prescott gonna adjust to that line, to that defensive line of the Steelers. That's what I'm more
yep.
impressed to see about. That's exactly what I want to see. How is he gonna deal with that? Because it ain't just bruh giving it to you. Everybody can get back that bitch with the attention on him. When it's double teaming on him, somebody's gonna be open. You have to have time to have somebody in the curtain. CD Lamb is gonna be that person every time somebody cooks is gonna get smacked by one of them niggas out there. I'm telling you, them boys got
They
niggas
got,
like,
they got playmakers at all levels. They
yeah,
have
they
playmaker
got
TJ Watt at the line, Patrick Queen, who they just acquired, in the
that's his
middle,
name. That's his fucking name. That's his
along
fucking name.
along with Alex Highsmith, who's been balling for them for the past 2-3 years. Think Pro Bowler. And then you got Michael Fitzpatrick, all pro safety. So
They got
they
some
got
hawks on that bitch.
star-studded
Yeah,
players at every level.
they're gonna get smacked coming through that middle. If CD Lamb is the target, I feel like they gonna put the like whatever side of the field he on, like that's gonna be where the best side of the defender's gonna be on for real, bro. Like if they don't even deviate from the game plan that much, that's how much I feel like their confidence in their defense. Like Dak, I don't feel like Dak scares that Steelers defense. I feel like they know they have the confidence enough to beat Dak. Like they've been playing him. Like I don't think he's a quarterback. He probably can beat you, but CeeDee Lamb is the only option. Just like you said, Brandon Cooks. I don't know if he's the same Brandon Cooks in the defense with this, who don't even give you 1.4 seconds. One of them fucking commentators was saying Kirk Cousins couldn't even get a playoff in like 1.3 seconds or some shit. He couldn't even drop back. He couldn't breathe. So if that same pressure was applied to the Cowboys offensive line who's defaulting, like, is that going to throw 2 picks? Is that going to be pressured into throwing a pick in a pressure in a fourth quarter situation? Likely, very likely. Because who's you're going to double team TJ Watt? Somebody's coming up the middle. Who's going to catch that big play, real? That's going to be that big play. I'm predicting that big play. If it's close, like you're saying, you call 17-24. That's a touchdown score. It's a possession game, right? So you calling it, it's going to be a big play where everybody thinks that CeeDee Lamb is going to be the receiving target because it's a big play. Now they're expecting TJ Watt to come off the side, blitzing, which he is, rushing, which he is. He's coming full play. They're double teaming him off the rip. So somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. It's a matchup game unless they're playing a particular a match of the yards. If it's 3rd and 6 or something like that, if it's short, But if it's like 3rd and 16 and they have to rely on the pass, or 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, they got to rely on the pass. In a situation like that, I'm going with the Steelers every time. I don't even care about you can say Dak back there or whatever. I'm going with the Steelers every time with that defense. He not gonna have enough time to breathe. He don't have enough time to breathe.
So Rob, what you go call it? What you think the score gonna be? Because I gotta hear from the Steelers fan.
Score for the Steelers and Cowboys, I'll say. Because our defense really been holding it down, bro. I mean, I'll probably give the Cowboys 14, but just to be realistic, I can see the score being at least like 21-6 or like 21-7.
Okay.
They just got beat 44-19. I'm feeling my nigga.
I think our offense is actually going to come alive this week. I mean, next week when we play against them.
I'm feeling my nigga energy. I'm feeling my nigga energy. I'm feeling his energy, bro. I'm feeling his energy.
I ain't mad at it. 21-6. That's reasonable, to be honest.
That's reasonable. They can really shut these niggas out, bro. That's going to want to test me what I said. They can really shut these niggas out, bro. Like
we was about to do it to what you call last week though. Matter of fact, we about to do that shit to the Chargers too though. Low key.
That's what y'all play next week?
That's what we play this week.
Okay. Would you like to expand on that? Because I believe they're 2-0. You know, Jim Harbaugh got them looking all right. Defense, I want to say they got the number 1 offense so far. I might be wrong, but I think they got some type of shit going on where they lead the league in something.
They got a better offense. The fucking what's his name? The team that just beat the Cowboys.
The Saints.
Yeah, that thing. The Saints scored 40 plus twice.
Yeah, they're definitely on the burner. I don't know though. I think the Chargers got some crazy shit going on for them, but I don't know, man. I mean, as long as y'all got TJ Watt, man, he can make all the difference.
I want to give one shout out to the local boy, man, Greg Dortch, man, for the Arizona Cardinals, man. He got off in one game and had some lines on him. His lines won. I just want to point that out.
Hey,
I'm rooting for you, Greg. I'm rooting for you, Greg. Fan here, baby.
Hey, since we doing that, along with Greg Dortch, let's also shout out Kavon Wallace, another Hollis Springs legend, and also Mekhi Becton, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, starts.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Springers that's in the league and doing big things for sure.
He basically came into high school right after when I left. Talking about the nigga Mekhi.
Yeah.
And they was already saying, bro, was a monster for real, like in high school. He was the reason why Holland Springs won them. Well, he was one of the reasons why Holland Springs won them championships for real. Don't he play he played on the line on offense, don't it?
Yeah, offensive tackle. I think we got him. Offensive tackle, left tackle.
Pause. He ain't no little dude, so
or left guard, something like that.
He was the best in the state.
Right guard. Yeah, he was actually, I believe he was the number 1 rated player in the whole country.
He was a guard. You know how hard that is.
What school did he go to? College?
Louisville with Lamar for a year.
Yeah.
Only went there. I believe, and I'm not gonna say this. I just believe I believe Lamar was so gravitational, bro. I believe niggas just went there because Lamar was playing there, bro.
But
I feel like if Lamar would have went.
He's similar to what Wemby is a little bit, and I'm just saying in the sense of not wanting to be all in the scene or be partying and shit like that. Like they said, bro, really just a cool dude, and just be going home and just chilling for.
Who?
The dude Mekhi that played for the Eagles.
What? One of another defensive end that made it from Holland Springs that made it to the league.
It was Kavon. It was Dortch.
Hold on. Where did Ron
Wasn't it Anthony Harris?
Huh?
Oh no, I think Anthony Harris went to LSU.
Hop got drafted by the Ravens, then.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Ravens. Felton Davis. Did you go to school with Felton Davis, Rob?
Yeah, Felton. Yeah. Matter of fact, I seen him I want to say probably like last month at the park. Well, at the place called the Park.
That's what's up. Shout out to bro.
But I mean, you know, I think he retired though. I don't think he played anymore.
Shoot. You know,
Yeah, y'all know,
either or, you
y'all know,
know, he made a
y'all
lot
know
of
Coach Maxwell.
rosters. So he, you know, if he
Yeah,
retired, you know, he did his thing.
didn't he? Hold on. Nah, he was there. I think he was there when it was Pat. I mean, well,
Yeah,
not Pat.
Kansas
When
City.
it was Kansas. It was Kansas City versus Tampa Bay though. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
I don't know. I want to say he got a ring, but then I want to say he don't.
Maybe not.
I feel like that was the time when they played Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I mean, not in the Super Bowl, but when Tom and them played. I mean, when Tom and them took them out the playoffs.
They would have had to play in the Super Bowl. Tom was in the NFC.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them though. Like that's good shit. Yeah, we
Matter of fact,
can just wrap this Steelers Chargers conversation up real quick. We ain't gotta go too far into it. So I already know
really,
Rob, you going with the Steelers.
you ain't never. I mean, you don't remember playing with bruh at basketball camp?
No, who Felton Davis?
Yeah,
No.
he was
I
there.
mean, you know, these niggas be loved at the time, so I can't remember them when they actually grow the fuck up. But no, I definitely don't remember. That's cool.
You gotta realize, man, we been hooping and we done, we done hoop with like a couple people that is in the league or at least like did some other shit for real.
Hey, that's all right.
Armando, and then you got Felton.
That's all right. I was the OG in the field, so hey, I was a hustling motherfucker.
Nigga, we didn't play it against the D-League Slam Dunk champion.
I never shared a court with Jarvis, so I can't say I played against him.
I played. He came to Adams one time. I don't know how you weren't there.
Did he?
Everybody's been to Adams.
I remember Wiggins came. I remember, Judon, of course. Sherm. Who the fuck else?
Sherm used to be at that bitch faithful.
D. Smith. Who else?
Yeah, but anyway, we can get back to it.
But yeah, like, so as far as football, y'all straight on that, because I got to talk about the Eagles, of course. Like, we got some shit going on.
Well, we trying to skip over that, but go ahead about your sorry ass team.
No, y'all can go ahead. Y'all go ahead and finish that.
No, I know exactly what he's about to talk about. He's about to talk about that loss.
Current streak in the National Football League on first down, quick setup and throw, and that's London, who makes the catch and is able to fight his way through a couple of missed tackles. Fourth and 4.
Little bit pussy pink, so I went and bought a meat.
Pass is caught by McLeod, and he gets his off one.
Don't forget your
Under a minute and a half to go in the third. Here's one, caught by Mooney. Breaking a tackle for the touchdown. Darnell Mooney.
So I went and bought a meat. I was running a trap, never worked a plan B. Nigga super cat.
Fires a fastball. Good protection. Mooney makes the catch inside the 4. Cousins looks right. Has a man. Touchdown. Drake London.
Money gon' slap the roof.
And we are tied with the X comes off the ball. He's cluing on Cousins. And London, there wasn't a whole lot to the route. He comes up, stutters, goes to the front of the end zone.
Why the fuck you typing on Twitter? You ain't gonna show.
Hurts gets hit as he throws.
I can make a whole big saying, man, J. Blige.
Picked off by Jesse Bates. There are no flags, and with that, our good Atlanta Falcons are going to get out of Philadelphia with a win. That's the final snap of the night. And in a remarkable comeback, the Atlanta Falcons are going to leave Philadelphia with a 1-point win.
No, he about to talk about that irrational ass decision that punk bitch ass made. That's what he ready to talk about. That's what he ready. Go ahead.
All right. Before we try to speak for a nigga, just stop trying to think of what I'm going to say. because y'all know what the fuck I'm gonna say.
I mean, I
Why
do want to know your
y'all be
take.
having
I
the
do
most
want to know your take
preconceived
on that.
notions?
But I do want to know
Oh,
your take on like that last well not last play, but that play that did kind of like
Toss y'all
cost y'all
again.
the game.
I mean, that's just a play that shows that Jalen Hurts needs to improve on his IQ. I'm not gonna say IQ. No, it definitely is IQ, but
I
it's
mean,
even more so just the arm talent. Like
so you blaming Jalen?
I honestly blame the
Yeah,
whole
it's
team, but
Jalen's
Jalen
fault.
definitely has a big responsibility in it for sure.
I got you.
He said
I
you
mean,
blame Jalen.
But
I mean,
Jalen
Saquon tried to take up
play.
for the whole like blaming it for real, like in the press conference. But that's why I asked though, like, cause I feel like it was the offensive coordinators like fault on that part. If he called the play,
yeah,
why the fuck would you throw the ball to Saquon?
yeah, we definitely could have ran it. Even though Saquon had a chance to get the first down.
Hurts. Barkley dropped it. Wow. And that obviously stops the clock.
We definitely could have ran it for safe measures because, Saquon started getting hot in the second half as far as running. So
But
we
yeah, that's
definitely
not
could
his
have opted to do
lane.
that in the short yard situation.
But you
But
see, that's definitely not his lane. Like,
so it's like my whole thing about it is we didn't make enough plays to put the nail in the coffin. Jalen does get a lot of blame, but the most blame I would say is our defensive line. Our defensive line don't get no motherfucking pressure. And if you know anything about the Eagles, we predicate our defense off of getting to the quarterback, pass rush, run defense. Our line predicates a lot of things that our defense does. So when we got niggas like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, first round picks, that we traded picks for Jordan Davis to move up in the draft. And then Jalen Carter fell into our lap pause, but he fell in the draft. We took him up. So when I see that we got two young players that's first round talents that came from Georgia, championship players that came from Georgia, not producing in the littlest bit, nah, that's the biggest problem because we invested a lot in those niggas to produce, get to the quarterback, put some pressure to make other players better on our defensive line. They not doing that. That's probably the biggest problem. Not only that, we traded Hassan Reddick, double digit sack player, whatever the fuck. We let him go because of contract issues, and we traded him to the Jets for fucking Bryce Huff, who ain't doing shit. He had 10 sacks last year. He ain't doing shit as well. We re-signed Josh Sweat. He had double-digit sacks 2 years ago. He ain't doing shit. Like, our defensive line is the biggest problem. Like, Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. I never expect Jalen Hurts to be even of Jordan Love's talent. Even of Jordan Love's talent. Or whatever quarterback that's just a traditional gunslinger or whatever the fuck. Like, not too many of them these days. A CJ Stroud. Of course, Pat Mahomes. I'm not going to bring up Pat because he's an anomaly. But traditional quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts is not that. But he can be a Russell Wilson to where he can make extraordinary plays as a game manager while relying on the defense. If Jalen Hurts don't got the defense to back him up, we got the motherfucking New Orleans Saints next week. Now, did we not just say they scored 40 their first two games? Imagine not getting pressure to Derek Carr. That's Jalen Hurts gonna have a tall mountain to climb. And it's gonna be kind of now you say I'm making an excuse for Jalen Hurts. The only excuse I'll make for Jalen Hurts is that if our defense let us down, I don't think he should be held accountable for getting 40 points because is his talent of that. I know he got 200 million. He got 200 million as a deal, one of the highest paid quarterbacks. But I never seen him as I can get you 40 in the game. 30? Yeah, for sure. But that's with the defense doing enough to let him get that 40. I mean 30. So all I'm saying is our defense, our defensive line, the backbone of our defense for all these years through our franchise, we gotta fix that shit up. If we don't, like I said, we got the Saints, they dropped 40, and they might goddamn drop 50 on us. 50 burger. If we let Derek Carr just take a picture, take a selfie, eat a salad, look at his options, look through his progressions. Well, what's that nigga name? Rashid. I keep forgetting his name, but the Rashid nigga, all he do is get touchdowns. All he do is get touchdowns. And I think he fuck around, move across the field from outside to inside. And our inside corner is kind of suspicious, I would say, because Isaiah Rodgers, he's been hurt. He just came back, but he ain't 100% healthy. So we don't got nobody for that slot corner. Yeah, it's scary sights. Along with Alvin fucking Kamara. So the Eagles can be 1-2. I will say that my optimism is not of high caliber. I always have faith in my team. I always feel like we can get with whoever the fuck. And by the way, we have a winning record against the Saints. I cannot tell you how many or what's the fucking record, but I know we beat the Saints a good amount of times since Jalen Hurts has been with the Philadelphia Eagles. So if we got that number, I hope that shows. If we don't, we gonna be the next to get 40 dropped on us, and we'll be 1-2 in the division. And yeah, who knows who will take that over? Maybe the Commanders. Maybe the fucking Commanders. But that's all I got about the Eagles. We can talk about whatever else. We can go through some of these games coming up, but yeah, I ain't gonna try to harp too long on football. But yeah, we got a basically must-win game for the Eagles. And I would say, as a biased diehard fan, give me 28-23. 28-23.
That's your prediction this weekend for the score?
Yep, 28-23. Run game go carry us. Saquon, he'll fuck around, have another 100-yard game. As far as total yards, more so rushing. But I think he will have like a big-time pass catch just to make up for the catch that he didn't get. And if Jalen Hurts, one thing I'll say about Jalen Hurts as well, the positives that I've seen in that Falcons game, he is running the ball a little more. So if we can get our run game going, I feel confident about beating the Saints defense. The offense, that's another thing.
They say shit. That's a game y'all need to come over for real.
That shit on Sunday, nigga.
Your point?
You know that nigga ain't available for one day.
Who y'all play this weekend?
Who the fuck do the Commanders play?
I think we play
Oh, y'all play Cincinnati Monday night.
You know what?
Who knows? Maybe I might get an upset. I do just want to get through some of these other games real quick because, again, week 2, I don't know if y'all noticed, but week 2 was very fucking crazy. It was a lot of fucking upsets.
On first down, Minshew looking down the sideline deep, and Adams has it again. White, no, it's Minshew, touchdown! Devontae Adams! And now let's see what Antonio Pierce does. Jackson, here comes the pressure, and guess who? Max Crosby! Carlson kick on the way, and it is good!
Impact so far in the Viking defense. Second down 9. Darnold getting messy, going deep, and he's got Jefferson. He's got Jefferson. It's a foot race downfield with Brown. Shifting gears. Getting a block. That's 6.
Better run play for a whole man. 4 hit plate, make a house smell. Throwing up plays in the wasn't the same as motion on motion is half real. Came from the field, I'm fast. McCullers is picking up. And McCullers breaking tackles. 9 to 5. They say go on a mission. Stay on alert. On a man on the street.
Black Panther, end zone touchdown.
First half last season. Back to Donald, launches, end zone, Harrison! First NFL touchdown for Moore! Fake to Connor. Murray on the rollout, looking deep for Harrison! Marvin Harrison Jr. to the end zone! Touchdown again! In the slot. Murray's looking for him. Pressure coming, got away from Purse. Still on the move, still on his feet, throws to the end zone, and it's caught! On first touchdown. Mayfield looking down the sideline. He's got Godwin again inside the 10, and he'll walk it in for a Tampa touchdown. Mayfield gonna run again. Baker up the middle, inside the 5. Mayfield lunging touchdown. Goff, pocket collapsing, throws over the middle, and it's picked off. He threw it right into the hands of Christian Izien.
Talk about San Francisco losing. Who else? I guess if you want to count Detroit, they lost to the Buccaneers, so that's not too much of an upset. Again, Dallas. There's a couple more upsets. I can't remember particularly.
Green Bay.
Field goal on the first drive. It's a bubble to Jaden Reed. Trying to use his speed in space, and they do. 21 yards on the first. Quarterbacks quickly. Third down along 3. They hand it off. Jacobs gets the edge, gets a first down into Colts territory, and Josh Jacobs off to a much. Here comes an end around. It's Bo Melton with room. And Bo Melton. Here's the quarterback draw. Malik Willis is close to a first down for 135 yards. Put it in the air this time. It is through there to West and a touchdown. Willis threads it through for his first NFL strike and a touchdown. Combination. Richardson floating, too tall and picked off. Xavier McKinney, 2 games with the Packers and 2 interceptions.
They're just signing Xavier McKinney.
Right back to the Packers, and Jaden Reed trying to get outside. He's got a hole, and another big play for the Packers. Here they come again on the ground. Jacobs, a first down. They're down in 4. Richardson to Taylor out of the backfield. It's dropped. Third down and long. Willis looking to throw. Underneath he goes to Tucker Kraft. The tight end has a first down. Scrambles, throws, sideline for Pittman. And it's 4 out. One last prayer. Richardson will go as far as his arm can take him. It is tipped up there and intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't consider that an upset.
That's it. You were saying that they was gonna win it. That's why I said it was an upset. That's it.
Well, shit.
Y'all made it seem like it was a clear-cut win. That's just all I'm saying. Y'all made it seem like it was a clear-cut win. It wasn't a clear-cut win, obviously.
I mean, I guess.
You're right.
I could care less about that game, to be honest. I mean, Josh Jacobs got
you care less. No, I'm being
Yeah, you is being we is not. Anyway. Goddamn. Yeah, Tampa Bay. They 2-0, so I like to see what they do against the Broncos. Another banger, Seattle played the Dolphins. I think Seattle 2-0.
Second down and 5. Smith sets, fires downfield, wide open. Metcalf, touchdown. 56 yards from Geno Smith to DK Metcalf.
Got it under Tom Ford, skinny pants.
We're down at 4. Smith to the outside. First down and more. Across midfield and finally taken from the 34 of the Patriots. Smith steps up and throws. And the Braden Russell in at fullback. Here is Charbonnet. And Charbonnet is in for a Seattle touchdown. Third down and 7. Smith throws, and it's complete for a first down across midfield.
Metcalf, the rebound from last week.
Second and 10. Smith looking, pump fake, throws, caught. Metcalf hurdle. Right over the. Dixon places it down. And the Seattle Seahawks go to 2-0. Under their rookie head coach, Mike McDonald, they defeat Gerard Mayo and the New England Patriots in overtime.
So yeah, they got some decent games coming up. Minnesota, Houston. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting games coming up. I guess we can cover all that next week. But
who Miami play?
They play Seattle.
I like Seattle.
Yeah. And no Tua. So I think Skylar Thompson, their starting quarterback for now. So yeah. If anything, Seattle will get a pick 6 for sure. I'm probably gonna put that on the money. Yeah, man, that's probably about it as far as week 3. I couldn't tell you who the top 5 teams in the league.
I put it in the chat. My if you were looking or whatever. Yeah, but I put my top 10, my power rankings of the top 10 teams in the league. So,
All right, so who you say is the top 10?
well, I can't really do it on the fly. I'm really doing something. Give me a second.
I would say, just courtesy of their schedule, I would say Buffalo. They've been looking pretty potent on offense. You talk about missing a Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen is able to, be Josh Allen, of course, but also using the weapons of Shakur, Keon Coleman a little bit, James Cook, who's been looking like the best running back in the league, getting 3 touchdowns against the Dolphins. So they got a nice tight end too. I forgot his name, but they got a decent tight end. Yeah, like I'll say the Bills has probably been looking like the most potent team. Kansas City, they 2-0, but they had nail biters. So, but it was against great team. The Ravens is a great team. I would still say the Bengals. They put up a damn good fight. So, hey, I guess Kansas City is number 1 since they've been in the gauntlet. Who else? I guess I got to rank the 2-0 teams higher than all the other teams. So, again, you got Seattle. Who else? 2-0. Seattle, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Chargers,
Yes, sir.
New Orleans,
Woo-hoo.
Houston, Minnesota. All those teams are 2-0. So I would say like they pretty much round out the top 10.
AFC divisional champs, baby.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, as long as Justin Fields can be a game manager, they can really rely on their defense, to be honest.
Right, and I've been telling y'all that shit this whole time.
You agree with what he said, but you want to agree with what I said, I guess.
What you mean?
I don't even know what he said particularly.
Me either. He said you want to agree with me. He said you want to agree with me, but you also wanted to agree with him or something.
Next topic.
He said next time.
It's really obvious, to be honest. So, all right. So, Rob, I ask you this. What do you think is the biggest element that Justin Fields could bring to y'all offense? Do you think is as far as the pass game or the run game? Or either or? Like, what do you just think what is his quality of a quarterback that can unlock y'all offense? And would you choose him ultimately over Russell Wilson? That would be my second question.
Just as far as Justin Fields, man, I feel like just he'll hold down the offense regardless. Like, we don't need him to do too much, like I've been telling y'all, man. And he's just doing just that. He's helping us win. He's helping us at least get points on the board. I know he's not like getting touchdowns and shit like that, but he's getting us close to within at least field goal range just to at least get some points on the board, which really is the only thing that kind of matters on that point. Like, so you can't say like he's doing a bad job or anything. Like, the man hasn't even thrown. I don't even think he threw a pick at all this season so far. Well, in the last 2 games, to be honest with you.
So we're going as high as average, like he's doing an average job.
Yeah, he's doing an average job. I ain't gonna sit there and say he's doing like a great ass job. And then that just adds up to the fact that right now he's just doing better than we think that what Russell Wilson would probably be doing right now. But I think eventually we still gonna end up starting Russell.
Now that's where that's where we part ways, because I always thought Justin Fields was the better option. I'm gonna say that now. Like, so
I ain't think y'all. I thought you said that they was gonna still start Russell too, though.
Nah, I mean no, because that's what they said before he got injured. Mike Tomlin said Russell Wilson is the official starter for Week 1. Then he hurt his hamstring, and then Justin Fields had to start.
Yeah.
But I would have went with Justin Fields the whole way.
I already said at the beginning. Even before the beginning of the season, you can just go with either or. Like,
yeah, but I'm asking, who do you believe would carry you? Okay, because you feeling yourself, Mr. 2-0. You feeling yourself right now, Mr. AFC North Division leader. So, but I want you to
put it
know.
like this. Put it like this. I think Justin Fields is just giving us a great start. Russell Wilson is going to basically cap it off in those like marquee games, like towards the end of the season that we really need. And then especially when it comes playoff time, like I don't know who we gonna start. I feel like they're gonna more so lean towards Russ, just because of like his experience. When it gets to that time, like of course you're gonna have to go with the person who has the most experience. Like this man has what, 1 or 2 Super Bowls? Like
yeah, that was way back when. You had a low cut back then.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, he could have had 2 or 3 for real if they ain't run the ball. I mean, if they ain't throw the ball or whatever. But you can't blame Russ for that one. You gotta blame the coordinator for that. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. If he's the leader of the team, you still got to blame Russ for that one.
Couldn't have been Peyton Manning.
Man, fuck that shit, Pete. Audible 24. Audible 24. Punch it.
Omaha.
Pause.
Yeah,
I'm running HB Punch. Give that bitch to Marshawn.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. He could have called an audible.
Get that shit out the way. Fuck all that. Yeah, there's plenty of stories about how that all went down. So, it is what it is. But hey, I'm glad you gave your evaluation. So, you believe Russ gonna take y'all to the promised land? I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick with my team. What you mean?
Okay. You team Russ. How you team Future and team Russ at the same time? This is a paradox.
I mean, you acting like I have control over who gets on my team. Like,
hey, nigga, you ever seen a spirit bomb?
I already was expecting Russell Wilson to come to our team anyway. They've been talking about that shit for like the last 2 seasons, to be honest. I already knew we was gonna lean more towards like having a black quarterback anyway, just because like I don't see not one white quarterback in the league that kind of fits our offense like that, or kind of fit what we even trying to do for real.
Shit, nigga, y'all could have got Aaron Rodgers. I'm pretty sure you would have took Aaron Rodgers in a heartbeat.
I don't know about that.
You want to take Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson, who just had 2 touchdowns last night?
He brought that green 19 from Green Bay with him. Good group of receivers, 2nd down and 5. Quick throw outside, across the 50, stiff arm, empties it again here, hangs in the pocket, fires, caught, that's another first down. Short drop, quick throw, good move, and despite hanging on to the shirt into the end. Rodgers, pressure, gets away, throws, caught, another first down, breaking away as Lazard just for the touchdown, still going, out to the 90 yards.
They got switches on these bleeds, I feel
Play action, goes underneath, 4. Will that be years in Green Bay? Second and 17. Fire caught on the move.
I've been kicking dope so long it smell
On the
like
alerts,
cocaine on my
neither
shirt.
comes this
Niggas
time. And Rodgers goes deep and finds him open.
Might pull up in helicopter.
Pressure, caught, over the
corner down the shine, the solitaries on my shoulder.
off the play fake, on 3rd and short to the outside, and that's going to be hauled in. Grew up watching. Rodgers, flushed out, keeps his eyes downfield, fires, finds the Rodgers fake, throw, staying in bounds, yes, touchdown, home to Seattle. Rodgers on 3rd and 2, looking downfield, fires, caught, open. Rodgers flicks it, adjusting, making the grab, Mike Williams, turned around, got position, calls it in.
Looking like A-Rod.
At that point in their career, he just looked good against the Patriots last night.
Joe Burrow had to struggle against the Patriots, so I mean, I'm just saying, Aaron Rodgers looked decent. Damn good, actually. Like 2 touchdowns, 270 yards, something like that.
I think the Steelers are all right. I think the Steelers come out with a winning season this year.
Oh, that's such a hot take. I'm going to just say that Justin Fields, for them to get in any type of AFC championship game or get to that level, I'm going with Justin Fields. I believe that his ability to be a dual threat is going to unlock y'all running game. And if y'all run game get to going, y'all got 2 solid running backs. Of course, Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. Y'all also got Cordarrelle Patterson, who is wide receiver / running back. He's a gadget player. But if y'all can get him to be what he used to be in Atlanta a couple years ago, y'all run offense is going to be nasty, bro. I'm telling you, like, I believe if y'all can run the ball and get time of possession in all y'all games, y'all defense is going to be well rested. Even if y'all get 3 with y'all kicker. Is it safe to say that y'all got a top 2 kicker, top 3 kicker?
We got the best kicker in the fucking league. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. But
man,
I think
you carrying the fuck out that man. Come on now.
No, because Justin Tucker, he's in the league with Justin Tucker now.
Come on, man. Stop that shit, man. Stop that
Justin
shit.
Tucker is the best kicker of our generation. Like, as long
Chris
as he's
Boswell,
in the league,
nigga.
I don't care if he misses
Get his name right.
Yes, Chris Boswell is a dog. He actually is historically kicking, 30 to 40 field goals or something like that. It's like a crazy percentage. I believe it leads league history. Like,
right,
he's automatic.
One
I get it. Chris Boswell. And I'm damn near ready to say he's y'all best offensive player. But all I'm saying.
Hey, hold on, bro. This is my mom. This is my mom calling me. Hold on.
All right, for sure. All I'm saying is,
I can agree with that take just because, yeah, he's looking like the best offensive player. He's the only one putting points on the board right now, for real.
And not missing, like.
But I mean, you can't blame him though. But you can't blame Tomlin for kind of even playing like that. To be honest with you, you can tell Tomlin don't even be really solely relies on the defense. Like, I'm pretty sure like he could have went out and got Russ or even like Aaron Rodgers. To be honest with you, like. But for real, he also had to build up the offense too, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I say even when Ben left, I don't think we had us.
Oh, you must be in the trenches because your phone breaking up a bit.
He probably don't even touch training.
I don't know.
You can hear me?
A little bit. What's the last thing you said?
Damn, bro. I don't even know. I just looked at this message.
Nigga freezing out like a motherfucker. But yeah, we can talk about the Steelers another time. I appreciate your take though. That's a nice take. I fuck with it. But yeah, as far as football, I'm pretty sure we covered much of everything. Yeah, all the 2-0 teams are the top 10 teams, so fuck it. Like, still got a lot to cook up in the NFL season, so we'll get to that another time, I guess. Yeah. Well, you already know what the fuck I'm finna get into. The motherfucking grand finale. You know, because as you see in the background, the stage is set.
Pro, yeah, pro, yeah, pro, yeah, SAK. 15 carat wedding ring, ain't even married, SAK. I just bought a bad bitch, I'm such a cash man. Count up so much dog shit, look like cow shit. Just popped another X pill, I need to be cautious. Shorty want it down on the lungs. got numb. I was so high, I couldn't feel when I come. Trap for the bricks and bread. Came from the blocks and the crumbs. Yeah, $7 pull up in the slum. That'll motivate a young nigga do numb. Young put the switch on the gun. Head all sound like a bomb. Shot a bitch out of course. Promise I ain't never gonna turn my brother. Yeah. Everything goes. I ain't gotta snipe no hoes. Went through the lows. Now I'm about to go and cop a bowl. Cooking out the pie.
I'm waiting on this shit. Finally got the WNBA playoffs. I'm looking at these matchups right now, bro. And this as a basketball fan, this is all I ask for, bro. Just solid matchups. Okay, maybe the Liberty and Dream, maybe they ain't too much of a matchup, but you know, the Dream got a nice, good crop of talent. Like they got Jordan Canada, who won the championship in Seattle, been improving every year. Ryan Howard, who's a fucking bucket since Kentucky. Got Alicia Gray, one of Don Staley's babies. She's won a championship, I believe. I believe she won with Asia. She might have left a year early, but I'm pretty sure she won with Asia. But you got Tina Charles, the legendary Tina Charles, number 2 in all-time WNBA scoring. Man, you got all this talent for the Dream. They can fuck around and get an upset win against the Liberty. And if they can get them in a predicament where it's pressure on them, who's to say that the Liberty don't go out in the first round? If the Dream can get their act right. So I look at these matchups, man. You got the Lynx versus the Mercury. You go, my dog. You go, sure. But yeah, man, I'm looking at these matchups, man. I'm just like, this shit finna be lit. This shit finna be lit, bro. It might be some punches thrown.
You ain't talk about what you call it, though. You ain't Brittany and what you call it, right?
Yeah. Brittany and Rakia Jackson.
Yeah.
Night made her Connecticut debut at Dallas. This is her second stint with the Rakia and Brittany. Look, Griner. Griner and Jackson needed to be separated. That developed very quickly. Boy, we have not seen Rakia Jackson get fired up like this. Sophie Cunningham getting involved. Natasha Clout having some words. There's Griner. She's still upset. So is Jackson. Haven't seen her get this riled up this year. It just elevated so quickly. So fast.
They said Lakia was standing on business.
She damn sure the fuck was. She wasn't going for that shit. I seen bitches run away from Brittany Griner.
Gray from behind the line, and down it goes. And now we've got Brittany Griner going after Anigwe, and this could get ugly. Griner is being held back by numerous players, and now trying to throw punches. Agler now.
I seen bitches goddamn get elbowed and turn the fuck away from Brittany Griner. Rakia definitely stood on business. She was ready to get a fucking lick in, like.
Yeah, I think she did. It looked like she almost did.
Yeah, she goddamn. Yeah. Like they basically squared up on some bitch. Fuck off me, bitch.
Just trying to say, oh, she backing up. Nah, she trying to square up. Like she off balance and shit. Like let her square up.
Nah, let me get some space. There's a lot of commotion going on. I need some space real quick. Goddamn. To operate. This is a big.
I think she was trying to put her finger in her face, and then she like swatted that shit away and pushed her.
Yeah. Yeah, like they was at the free throw line and Brittany Griner elbowed her, had like a little high elbow to her, and then Rakia was like, "What the fuck? Like, watch that shit." Then they just, got into it.
I like that shit though.
Hey man, as you know, as everybody know, we seen Candace Parker get the fight in her rookie year against the Detroit Shock.
Detroit has one timeout left. Here we go.
Okay, this is absolutely inexcusable.
I got you. Oh. Stop. Go to the bench. Go to the bench. Go to the bench. Go to the bench.
Wow, Rick Mahorn pushed away Lisa Leslie, who fell backwards onto the court, and then Milton Jones hit.
This is Ford and Parker tied up with one another. Or excuse me, Pearson and Parker.
This ain't nothing new. Like,
these women, they be fighting.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I don't know if it's a female thing. Maybe the emotions be like a little crazy. And I only say that because I'm somebody that watched Bad Girls Club back in the day. And them bitches used to get to fighting over nothing.
But just think about it though. If niggas get to fight in the NBA, like, you don't think women got way more emotions into that shit? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
probably kill each other, to be honest.
I don't even think the NBA
way worse, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, I don't even think the NBA be fighting like that. They get into a little brouhaha, but these bitches, like, if nobody there to break it up, they might really start getting swinging on each other. Like,
exactly.
Good little cat fight. But yeah, first and foremost, we do not condone violence. We condone high competition. As long as it's broken up and no one's hurt, we definitely like to see a little passion in basketball. So just for a disclaimer.
We don't condone violence. We don't condone violence, but just swing on them if they ever mess with you. That's all I can say.
Just protect yourself. That's all. Protect your neck like Wu-Tang said. But yeah, speaking of Rakia Jackson, shout out to Rakia Jackson. I seen some type of rookie poll, and she is a rookie, by the way. I seen some rookie poll. I don't know if it was ESPN or some shit, but they didn't even have Rakia like top 3. I don't even think they had her top 5. Like, Rakia Jackson has been balling since Cameron Brink, who was their top pick. Cameron Brink is a generational player, by the way. Like, she's gonna be a dog. She's kind of like Kristaps Porzingis type shit. Yeah, Rakia Jackson, she stepped up in her role when Cam got hurt. Next thing you know, she going from 11 a game to 15 a game, dropping high 20s, high efficiency threes, and she a fucking bucket. Check out her game.
My bitch a prince of cut, little demon in the cut. Go raiding at the church. You moving wrong, we clutch. You slime, we sharing slut. My twin is only us. Go platinum, fuck a budget. Little demon in the cut. Go raiding at the church. You moving wrong, we clutch. You slime, we sharing slut. Real rap, I'm trapping, babe. Real ice, I'm rapping. Jackson to beat the buzzer. With the layup.
Jackson against Martin. The jump step off the rim.
Jackson against Mabry. Playing with a 4 personal foul. Jackson again likes that shot. Gets the touch.
Jackson trying to put it on the deck. The spin move falling away. Jackson thought about it. Rakia with the hands in. Gets a rebound here fortuitously for the Sparks. Jackson the ball away.
You wanted that spot. Here's Jackson. Sheds the quarter so far.
Jackson, 1-2 step with the left. Talbot with the rebound. Jackson running the transition game, gets the bucket.
He told us that was going to be so important, right? Establishing their dominance in the paint.
And Rakia Jackson gets aggressive early. We saw her. And Jackson just finds a way. He puts it on the floor and attacks an outstanding defender in Tosh Cloud.
Bills. Hey, what you serve? Bills. Hey, what that is?
Concentration of her to get this shot off and knock it down through the foul. My goodness, just hooping this whole ball game. I mean, every move.
Seriously, check out her fucking game. Because you could be like, oh, she look different. Like, how women set up plays and women's basketball set up a whole bunch of sets, floppy screens, blah, 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 cuts, backdoor cuts, and all type of shit. Yeah, that ain't too much for Rakia. Rakia would goddamn get a bucket on her own. And she do LaMarcus Aldridge type shit. Dirk Nowitzki, I ain't lying. Like, she is a fucking bucket. So, yeah, she's definitely going to be one of those high marketable players playing in LA. And then she fine in the moment.
Girl, your body bang. She only come outside on occasion. Why you single pretty as your face is and your body banging?
She remind me of goddamn Lauren, All Family Matters. Like, she got that type of vibe. So, yeah, she's definitely going to be a star.
Where do you rank Aja Wilson all time?
A'ja Wilson, I would say top 5 for sure. Already top 5. You got
You don't think
Maya.
she solidified number 1?
Huh?
You don't think she close to being number 1?
I mean, you got people like Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson. Those are players that won like 4 championships. So, you know, you gotta respect the legends in a sense. But as far as like,
she got 2, 3.
Who, A'ja?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got 2 back to back.
Yeah, and that's
Historically.
back to back.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Look, what I'm ready to say is, off the eye test, damn sure give me A'ja Wilson. You forgetting, I'm the one who said she's the best player in the world. So I hold her to a very, very high regards. Like, but I do
that's why I
need
asked you.
to, yeah, because I do need to see like how this year panned out for the Aces. They're not the top team in the league right now. So we got to see how they can run through the playoffs if they get a good, consistent run. And 3-peat. If she 3-peat, bro, it's no discussion. She the best. She the best already. Like, it's that simple. She just got to get the chip. She got to get the job done. But, yeah, she just broke the fucking all-time scoring record in a season, 1,000, which is extremely hard in the
That's
WNBA.
also why I asked you that shit. Like, that's why I also asked you that shit, just because she broke that record, like, in a whole season. Like,
yeah, that's why I say
she's
eye test.
the man thing.
So I'll play her in a little preseason game on the fucking put her on the goddamn Washington Wizards. I bet you she still get 20.
Bro, she will get her bucket. She'll get a double. Fuck around. But yeah, like, yeah, she's historically great. Like, ain't no other way to put it. At some point, she's going to get her other rings. And yeah, when it's all said and done, we probably witnessing the greatest basketball player in WNBA history. Not to mention how great she has been in college, the Olympics. She is nothing but a fucking winner. Like, 27 a game in the WNBA is crazy.
On her passing, getting the ball to her, defense double with a clear out, runs and shows some help and gets in the gap and forces her to pass. The fortuitous bounce. China, Turkey, now she thinks this is ready for her time. If you're Bridget Carlton. Wilson in a 2.
Yes, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Here is Wilson. A'ja Wilson back in the game with 22 points, 9 boards, and a basket.
The pocket pass to Wilson, striding through, scored.
Question on Wilson, turns.
Trying to stay with her. Wilson, a corner 3. And that was the 3, the kick out Wilson. She has space. And
On the left wing near the Aces bench, LeBron James. Game and shot clock, 2 for 1 has gone by the wayside. Wilson
one-on-one. McNamara on rebound. Another chance for the Aces as Wilson.
You got to match this firepower. Don't.
Aaron inbound pass and Wilson against the other rookie. Carter on a 3-game road trip. And
into the ball game for Washington. Wilson turns.
By Plum. Wait, I thought she had the layup instead. Gives it up to A'ja Wilson and rattles.
Wilson against Giroux, the buck.
That's like Kobe numbers in the NBA when you getting 35. Like, it's crazy. I'm glad to witness it. I'm extremely grateful to witness that. My favorite player played for the Aces for 2 years, Angel McCoughtry. So I was an Aces fan for 2 years, and I watched A'ja Wilson earlier in her career, like 2020 and 2021, and I just like, man, she a step away, bro. She did not know how fucking good she was because she always settled for jumpers. I always looked at her. I was like, if she just stopped settling for short mid-range jumpers, like I'm talking about, like she'll be right at the cup and she'll settle for a jump shot. Like just lay that jump up, bro. She added a right hand she get to the paint easily off the dribble, just driving the bitch. Like first step, boom, gone. Like
she I look at her as like a damn near Shaq almost, to be honest. Well, a female Shaq that can actually shoot though.
Yeah, and she definitely getting that 3-pointer going. So she literally unguardable. Like only she can stop her.
Same.
And shit, she might win Defensive Player of the Year.
She already got one MVP, don't it?
She got 2.
She got 2.
Right. 2 MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, 2 Defensive Player of the Years.
And how old is she?
I want to say she's 28.
No, I'm ready to go get in her DMs.
Oh no, don't do that. Bam Monte go see you, boy.
The chair is going to have to get into that a little bit, but we also have a visiting Olympian from out of town. Yes, and I'm so sorry. Huh? It's on. Oh my gosh, Aja Wilson. Yeah, Aja Wilson. And she won gold in women's basketball. I guess that has something to do with Bam and the Heat, huh? Being here today. Well, we are super proud. We're going to be presenting the keys in a moment.
I can't explain it. And it only be-
Don't do that. Leave her alone. You I ain't even gonna say nothing about you. You's a wild boy.
Man. All that shit happened out of nowhere, bro.
That's what's crazy. Life is good.
Oh shit, we got to wrap it up in a few. I do want to. I'll probably wrap up the WNBA with the ending, but you said NBA predictions.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can I think of off bat? Like
one thing that came to my head yesterday because I seen like a good little highlight of it. Well, a good little highlight of him. Isaiah Hartenstein. I was gonna say, to be honest, I think Oklahoma City is gonna be like one of those fun, exciting teams that you really are gonna want to watch. Like, I mean, y'all was exciting to watch like a little bit more this season just because of like Shea and stuff. But for real, I feel like y'all about to put the clamps on like a lot of teams, to be honest, with the lineup that y'all got. Like, or the lineups that y'all got.
Like, I feel like what we're gonna end up being like is the new age San Antonio. And I just mean by play style. I don't mean we're gonna win 5 rings in 20 years or some shit like that. But as far as like sharing the ball from last year, we played a lot of drive and kick basketball. So, okay, Shea, go ahead, you do what you do, Shea. But in the event that you get 2 on you, okay, you can pass it out to whoever on the perimeter, whether it's Chet, whether it's J-Dub, whether it's Isaiah Joe, Josh Giddey at the time or whatever. And what that does when you draw 2, what that mean? Somebody's open. They're open. They either get the chance to shoot. You can do a little pump fake, get them up in the air, go to the rim. And if you can draw the defense then, you can just kick it back out and it's rinse and repeat. So us doing that last year, I feel like we're going to play a lot of team ball. I don't even think Shea's going to average like 30 or anything like that. I can see him averaging 27, but I can see him averaging a career high in assists, like 7-something, because I feel like we're going to be just sharing the ball more, especially with players like Caruso, who can actually shoot, opposed to Josh Giddey. That's only going to make our offense way more potent. So
that's what I was going to say too, though. You say y'all run basically that whole like drive and kick offense for real. Like that's what's really going to set fire to y'all now, just because y'all got Alex Caruso. Josh Giddey is a bitch, so you got to worry about him sitting there like pump faking or being like scared just to shoot the ball for real. Yeah, Alex Caruso, he gonna spray that joint.
Yep. And he not gonna take too much away from the offense either. Like, he's not selfish in any other bit. So, but if he can get it going, you know, he can get you a nice 15, 16 impactfully. And then the defense.
I think his numbers is definitely going to increase.
Shoot, I'm not even
And then
sure.
the fact that he ain't even really got to do that much.
Just sit in the corner and play
He ain't got to
defense.
do that much with Dort on the floor with him.
See, that's the thing where I'm not too
on
sure
the
about.
defensive end too. Like,
I'm not too sure about our starting lineup though. I don't know
keep talking
who.
about. I'm here.
Oh, all right, bet. But yeah, my thing about OKC, I'm not too particularly sure who the fuck we gonna start. That's my thing. We have a lot of options, so it's not like it's a default situation to where players can just fit in where they get in. I feel like you can opt to go with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet as your front court, or if you want to stay small, you can go J-Dub and Chet, and then Caruso, Dort, and Shea. Me personally, I'd rather start Hartenstein just to like save the small lineup, the depth lineup, if you want to call it that, for the fourth quarter. But either or, I think we're in a nice position to like do whatever, basically. Like if we start small, depending on the matchup, we can just finish however that goes. But I do think the emphasization, if that's a real word, how we emphasize our offense or our offensive identity, going big and using Isaiah Hartenstein and pick and rolls and using his passing ability to players that can make cuts, which we do a lot. We make a lot of backdoor cuts. So I can see Isaiah Hartenstein in a short pick and roll, just passing it to the baseline cutter, or hell, if somebody open at the three, pass it off there. I will welcome that offense, even though he's not a scorer. But, you know, small ball, I guess that can work with Caruso. But I still respect Nikola Jokic enough to be like, that can do us in the playoffs. I still think the Dallas Mavericks are just as good as they were last year, bare minimum. And if they out-rebound us, that's going to do us in. Basically, our style of offense or our rotations is going to be the predicator of how we do in the playoffs. Regular season, first seed, that would be very good to have back-to-back first seed years. But the playoffs is what I'm looking at, because we got a roster. And I'm not even sure if we're going to keep Caruso after this year, because I think he's a free agent. So this is a window opportunity for us to get a fucking championship. It definitely is. It's depending on how we fucking address the shit. How our coach, Mark Dedno, who has grown on me. I say he was trash for the past 2-3 years. He has grown on me because he showed his style can win in the playoffs. So I can respect that from a young coach at that. But ultimately, he's going to have to figure out what is better for the team. Protecting the paint and rebounding, or spreading the floor and just being like, you know, fuck whatever big man's out there. Fuck, if we see Jokic in the playoffs, fuck Jokic, and whatever we do, we go just do what we do, and that will equal up to more value than what the fuck they do. It's a tricky philosophy. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'd rather us start with Isaiah Hartenstein, my personal opinion. Protect Chet. Don't let him be on the backboard. On the backboard by himself on the boards and doing all the dirty work while asking him to average 15 and shoot high efficiency numbers. You got to protect him as well. So, yeah, that's probably my spiel on OKC. Like, I think we got a good shot, but it's got to play the cards right. You got to play the cards right. It's kind of like a Steve Kerr effect. Like, how Steve Kerr constructed the Golden State Warriors offense and was dedicated to it. David Lee got hurt in the beginning of the year. David Lee was starting. When he got hurt, Draymond Green started, and their offense started becoming more potent. I think David Lee, whether it was the next year or during the championship year, which he got hurt, I think like they was thinking about starting him at some point, but he was like, nah, we got too much good going on with Draymond starting at the 4. So that's what the fuck I want from our coach. If we figure out a formula that wins, we got to stick with that shit and get as much reps in before the playoffs. We can't switch shit up. We can't keep playing 10 plays a game. We got to get a solid rotation, a solid identity, and build off that shit. If we do that, we can literally smoke the West, nigga. We can smoke the West. I ain't gonna say we'll smoke the West, but we can beat anybody in the motherfucking West. Anybody. Timberwolves, Lakers, Denver, Clippers, whoever, bro. We
It's y'all
squad
got
fucking
veteran.
deep.
It's not even the fact that y'all got veterans. Like y'all do in a sense, just because of like Alex and like, well, not Isaiah. But he's been in the game though for a minute, a little bit though.
A little bit.
Well, I mean, y'all still got a little bit of veteran leadership just out of even Alex, because I don't think he gonna really stir nobody wrong, nigga. He gonna have y'all goddamn, might have Shay in the goddamn like room or something, rolling up, I guess, teaching him like his next wardrobe or something for the next game, I guess.
Some shit. And then this is somebody that won the championship with LeBron James. So imagine all that game that he got from Bron and what he can bring to our locker room.
Already got y'all as number one for the West, like just based off of y'all roster.
Yep. On paper, you look fantastic. But yeah, like I'm good with us. Like I'm good with us. I do want to say though, and Devon said something about this like a month ago or something like that. Memphis is a dark horse. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Memphis Grizzlies. And they got a bad injury with G.G. Jackson, but they got Vince Williams Jr., who was actually productive last year. A lot of people probably don't know about him, but he's actually like a cool fit-in player as far as like playing for G.G. Jackson till he get back in the rotation. But yeah, like John
Y'all say
Morant's on the
niggas.
way.
Y'all saying that niggas is sleeping. Niggas is sleeping on what you call it, Memphis and shit. The only thing I say about that is I feel like niggas is really gonna be sleeping on Edie. To be honest, like I think he's ready to have a nice like rookie season. To be honest, like at least like top 5. If he
Yeah.
stays healthy and actually is like being productive, he's gonna be top 5 because he's gonna be a help with Jaren Jackson on the floor. To be honest. Because now you see, like, the game is kind of staring towards, like, where big man is, like, I mean, of course, they were sitting there making, like, the power forward position damn near, like, a 6'7" or, like, even 6'8". Well, I mean, 6'7" to, like, 6'9" at one point. But now
Yeah.
they are trying to have, like, like a 6'10", 6'11", like, even power forward that can actually, like, move around on the court, too. Like, so you can put Jaren Jackson at the 4 now, and you can put Edie at the 5, like, easy.
Yep. And that's dangerous because Jaren Jackson ain't 6'9" or 6'10". He like damn near 7 foot, 6'11".
Mm-hmm.
Shot blocking extraordinaire. And you got Zach Edey to protect him. That's crazy. Along with Marcus Smart, that'll be a disruptor on the perimeter. So, yeah, I think Memphis is definitely like I don't know if they will shock the world or whatever, but I can see them being like 4th seed at best. I think they got a deeper roster than most of the Western Conference teams, to be honest.
Memphis?
Yeah. Shoot. Starting lineup, Ja Morant, Desmond Baines. That's like 50 points apiece right there.
Yeah, that's true.
G.G. Jackson, he had a good year last year. Had like, I think 15 or something like that, but he was a high efficiency 3-point shooter. So, and he's like, what, 6'9", 6'10". So if you can get him to elevate defensively, that's going to be a problem. Again, Jaren Jackson, he had like one of his best offensive years. Trash, but he averaged like 20-something. So, shit. That's like 80-something points right there. Like, damn near. And then Zach Edey could be a fucking problem. That starting lineup alone is crazy. They're getting Brandon Clark back, Marcus Smart. Who else they got? Vince Williams Jr. Who the fuck else they got? Santi Adama. Jake I forgot the nigga name. He played for Wake Forest. That's crazy. I'm gonna just say Jake Laverian. Yeah, Memphis got a squad, bro. Memphis got a fucking squad. Scottie Pippen Jr.
No, you're
Scottie
right
Pippen
though.
Jr. fucking nice.
I think they really needed that season. Well, this season, though. I mean, well, last season, like to really like develop. Just when God get back to be, like saying, they got a deeper roster now.
Yeah. Kind of like how Golden State did when
Shit,
Clay was
scoring
injured.
wise, shit. Yeah. I mean, like you even said, you already got scoring wise like 50 points easy off of Desmond Bain and like John Morant. Then you got Jaren Jackson, probably average still like a good solid like 18 or something. But then you got GG Jackson that might have his nights where he get like 20. But I say he'll average at least like 13 to 15.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be another roster that's gonna be building up. It's y'all, Timberwolves, and Memphis. Like literally, I don't see like I dead ass don't be seeing no other team after that.
You don't think the Mavs gonna be up there?
I don't know. I just gotta see how the season gonna go with Clay. To be honest, like I'm just hoping Clay has a resurgence.
I think Clay is better suited for like the Miami Heat Ray Allen role versus like starting.
Of course,
because it's like they gonna be asking him to guard the best perimeter player. So it's like you putting a lot of pressure on Clay. How's that gonna work?
he has like a rim protector now, so he didn't really have that much in Golden State to actually let the blow by go. I mean, because this is why they kind of say like defense is kind of like trash a little bit. But I mean, you kind of leading them straight into like the shot blocker though, which he can actually do more of instead of having to like really play defense and stay in front of them. Because he got Derek Lively literally right there, like like for help.
Yep, and Daniel Gafford.
Yep, and Daniel Gafford, which played a huge part. And I always said he sucked in Washington D.C. I mean, what for the Wizards? But I will say now, Daniel Gafford, I give you your props, bro. You a solid role player, a solid bench role player. I'm not gonna say a starter, but you're a solid bench player that I would put on my team in today's era. Solely because you have like the energy. Like
shout out to Gaffy, you know. I watch him play with, Russ with the Wizards. So yeah, what he's doing now is definitely better than what he was doing with the Wizards. But even with the Wizards, he was doing those things where he was like getting poster dunks, alley oops, blocks, high rebounding games and shit like that. So it's good to see Gaffy goddamn getting off with a Western Conference playoff team. I'm mad we ain't fucking traded for him, but that's another story, I guess.
he was a key factor in going to the finals. So
that just show you that. I remember Draymond always be saying, and I do kind of have to like say this as well. Draymond be the main person that say like, some of these high draft picks, they get traded to a particular team, and it really be the team fault that they don't really progress like they're supposed to. And I do think that's true. But I'll also say Draymond Green kind of do be sabotaging some of the young players up in Golden State as well. So, but I do agree with his point. Like a team like the Washington Wizards, they had Kristaps Porzingis and Daniel Gafford playing meaningfulest games, meaningfulest minutes. And the moment they get traded to a contender, these niggas in the finals. So it just show you like niggas be sorry, but some of these teams and organizations be just as fucking sorry. And they do not help you progress.
No, that's true though. What can I use as a good example? Tyrese Halliburton, for real though. If he stayed in SAC, he would not be the player that he is right now. And they did him a favor, basically. They said we need you. They said we're gonna rock with De'Aaron. We know if you go to Indiana, you're gonna have your own team, basically. You can be the point guard there, like you're a starter. Like you should not be on the bench. And it would have been dumb just to even have him on the bench or even like think about having both of them in the starting lineup because they can't play together.
Exactly. You goddamn taken away from their talents by compressing.
Yeah.
You know another player?
Who?
PJ Washington.
True. Yes.
Shout out to PJ Washington because motherfucking Brittany Renner, and I don't want to throw too much shade on Brittany Renner because we're fucking up. But I do want to say that she was trying to make that nigga look bad at first. And to see how this nigga got to the finals and she doing whatever the fuck she doing, I just want to say shout out to PJ Washington for, winning that battle right there. For sure, because her as the female
Of course, they be
P.
sitting there saying some dumb shit that don't even be true.
Her as the female Drake.
Nah, no bullshit.
Freak ass bitch.
Fucking young niggas and everything. Shit, she need to come fuck me. Fuck that.
No bullshit. She's struggling too. Yeah. Goddamn.
About to hit her up.
Before we do end it off, though, I do kind of got to ask about this whole. You said the Philadelphia 76 is going to be the number 1 seed in the East. I remember you saying that. Are you still standing on that?
I never said that. I don't know. I don't remember saying that part.
Oh, nigga, you said that. You said that, bro. You said Philadelphia first, Knicks second, Boston third. If you're a candidate, then I ain't even going to hold that to you.
I don't remember that.
All right. Bet. You lucky I ain't make no sort out of that. I was thinking about it.
I already said, I don't know. I probably was trolling at that moment.
Exactly. And that's why I say trolling the goddamn devil, nigga.
I think, yeah, I did say that. And I'll still stand on that, to be honest. I mean,
this nigga.
It's the number 1 seed, bro. Of course, that does mean something. But with the Philadelphia 76ers, when it comes down to probably the playoff time, I still don't see them really going that much farther.
Keep in mind that Boston Celtics owned the 76ers in the last 5 years. 4 years, however many times they played in the playoffs.
I mean, but if they actually was healthy, I think they could actually get with Boston, though. Like
a healthy Joel Embiid could get with anybody. That's the whole tale of the tape right there.
A healthy Joel Embiid, and then you also have Paul George, and then Tyrese Maxey is a fucking bucket.
Yep.
Like I don't even see Tyrese Maxey even taking a step back. Like even while Paul is there, I think Paul is going to be the one to take the step back. That's my take with that part. If you want to sit there and win games and keep Paul healthy, make Tyrese Maxey the second option still. Don't have Paul George be the second option, trying to be the savior of the game. His best role right now would definitely best to believe be like the third option on that team. You already saw what you can, because you already been seeing what they can do, just with them. I mean, just without them, to be honest, like they still was a playoff team.
Yep.
So just adding Paul George, you're just like, all right, Paul, we know your rap sheet. We know how you are. You ain't got to do too much. We're gonna try to preserve you for the playoffs. We're gonna need you some games though. But let Tyrese Maxey run the show. Let Tyrese and Joel run the show, bro. Just spot up, be 3 and D. Because they don't even need him to really dribble or create offense.
No bullshit.
Joel
they got a lot of veterans on that team. They got Kyle Lowry, Andre Drummond. They got players that can kind of like not. I ain't saying they will get buckets. I ain't saying Kyle Lowry and Andre Drummond will get buckets, but I am saying like they can have their own couple plays where they don't make it so difficult for Paul George to score or have any type of playmaking issues or anything like that. So, like,
exactly.
Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, them two alone get you like 55, 60. So then you got players like Kelly Oubre. I mean, I know you say Reggie Jackson a bum, but if Reggie Jackson can fucking do something.
Big bum.
Shit. If they get the best out of him, he probably could fucking do something. Goddamn.
He's going to have his nights, bro, but he's not going to sit there and be no, like, key factor in them winning, like, a championship or getting far in the playoffs.
Reggie Jackson the type of nigga that go 1 for 10. And that one shot that he hit be one of the clutch shots. So I was just saying.
His best years was with y'all, bro. Put it like that.
I say his best year was with the Clippers.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true.
It got to the Western Conference Finals as a starting point
guard. He did
have
have that whole moment. Yeah, I already say he did have that whole moment as a starting point guard.
But yeah, shit. That's all I got for the NBA, goddamn. I'll probably wrap this up with WNBA shit. Make a couple TikToks or something. I'd be meaning to make these TikToks, but I'd be goddamn trying to get through these videos, and by the time then it'd be irrelevant. Like, it don't be completely irrelevant though. Like, But yeah, I'm trying to get this shit uploaded soon. I still got to upload this next episode. Goddamn. So yeah, a lot of work to do. But I will be pulling the fuck up.
Yeah, you flaked last time. Nigga. Y'all niggas pull up this time, man.
Good shit. If he work, yeah, we'll be there around 9:00, something like that. Regardless.
Yeah, that's cool. Just let me know when y'all on the way.
Yes, sir, my boy. All right, man, you take your time out here in these streets, bump you some Future. Enjoy your Friday, sunshine and everything.
You too, my boy. I'm going to holler at you, bro.
All right, my dog. All right, you go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, man. This was not supposed to be this long. So I got a lot of fucking work to do with this shit. But other than that, yeah, man, NFL season cracking. A lot of upsets week 2. Can't even call who's the best team in either division or conference. I'll probably say Kansas City. You got to give them the nod just off respect. But NFC, who is the best team in the NFC? When you got the San Francisco 49ers dropping the game, a super dud against the Vikings, who might actually be a fucking nice team. The Vikings might be who we thought the Bears was going to be, which Caleb Williams has been playing trash. So if he's going to continue to play trash, then all the talent that the Bears got is not going to get utilized. So who's to say Minnesota with a Sam Darnold looking resurged, looking like the next Case Keenum, with a Jetta and I forgot who opposed to Jetta. I think Hill or Addison, one of those two. Who was the running back for the Vikings? Now that I think about it, I'll look at their depth chart real quick. But yeah, man, if the Vikings can somehow just contend in that middle range with and you also got to think about the Packers. The Packers don't have Jordan Love for a while. So if Malik Willis or really, Josh Jacobs don't hold up their offense, the Packers could fuck around and fall out of contention in the NFC. So, yeah, man, it's Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL, I would say. I know he was hurt last year. He still put up. Oh, shit. Damn, I just broke that. Anywho, Justin Jefferson was hurt for most of the season, still put up 1,000 yards. So, he can open up any offense. Oh, Aaron Jones. Okay. Hold on, let me go. Here you go. So, yeah, Aaron Jones been productive too. Ty Chandler, I think he's been a little productive. I haven't watched none of the games, so I'm not going to sit here and say niggas is doing more than what they actually doing. But, yeah, man. Yeah, Addison. Both him and Justin Jefferson questionable for the next game. I guess he play. But, yeah. Watch out for the NFC North, man. They might have some shockers up in there, some upset teams up in there. So, it's still going to be Detroit, number 1. I still got to go with Detroit being not only the best team in that division, but one of the better teams in the NFC. So, I think the Lions are going to prevail in that sense. But who's to say that the Vikings don't fuck around, see them in the playoffs, and get with them? Who's to say? So, yeah. As far as San Francisco got a slew of injuries. And honestly, I hate to see it. I'd rather see San Francisco healthy and, play at their best, especially with getting Brandon Ayuk back and trying to get him in the rhythm. And Jawan Jennings? Is Jawan or Sean? I want to say Jawan Jennings. Ever since the playoffs, he's been going crazy. Like him and Brock Purdy got a nice rapport building up. So, it's just really unfortunate for the 49ers to suffer key injuries like Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuels, who was pretty damn productive through these 2 weeks. And, even with their backup running back, Jordan Mason, who's been balling the fuck out regardless of the score, you got another weapon in that backfield that you can add with a Christian McCaffrey that can just take the 49ers offense to a whole nother level, especially with a year or two Brock Purdy, who's just coming off an NFC championship appearance, a Super Bowl appearance. So, it's real unfortunate to see all those injuries for the 49ers, but I still think at the end of the day, they're going to be in the mix. Of course, they have a phenomenal coach, Kyle Shanahan, of course. So you just got to hope that, those injuries don't really take it shit. Even defensively, I think Nick Bosa just got hurt. So, shit. You don't want to see that go for a prominent team that has championship window still open. Even though me personally, I think if they were healthy, they're still kind of like on the other end of the, window. But hey, they're still a prominent team, one of the best teams in the league, top 2, top 3. But those injuries go really fucking hurt them. And go back to the schedule real quick. See if I can find it. I put the damn schedule. But yeah, like that's definitely something to watch out for as far as the NFC with the NFC North and then the NFC West with the 49ers specifically. And you can even say Seattle. Who the fuck is the Seattle Seahawks new head coach? Because I don't know if I even paid attention to the signing, but the Seahawks are looking damn good. So they're still building off their season from last year. Geno Smith, wheeling and dealing. Kenneth Walker III, wheeling and dealing. DK Metcalf had a good game last week after having a pedestrian game week 1. So no worries about that. Then Tyler Lockett and JNS, fucking great compliments to our offense. So Mike McDonald, spent 10 seasons with the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, defense coordinator Ravens. Shit, didn't even know. Casual. But yeah, he's been coaching real good. I got to check out their defense a little more because they got somebody like that from Baltimore who had an extremely good defense last year. I like to keep seeing how Seattle implements their defense as far as that identity that they got Mike McDonald. So, and they got defensive playmakers like a motherfucker. So, that old boy name, he was a rookie. Tyreek Woolen? Tyreek Woolen. Yeah. All he do is get picks. So he like a young Richard Sherman down there, like wide receiver playing cornerback. So I think Trayvon Diggs still there. Like they got some playmakers on that defense. Leonard Williams, they got some playmakers on that defense. So who's to say Seattle won't be a problem? Yeah, other than that, yeah, man, shout out to the 2-0 teams. Hopefully teams like the Eagles can get right. I'm not even going to – I have my little soliloquy, so I'm not even going to fucking go there. Dallas, already went there with them. Yeah, San Francisco, like the teams that you thought, even Green Bay, even the Lions. Like, there's a lot of teams that kind of got a little early adversity. We'll see how that all panned out. Oh, and the Buccaneers as well. I definitely want to give respect to the Buccaneers being 2-0. Baker Mayfield looked like he had a horrible game from the box score. I seen like a little bit of it. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep like a motherfucker. But yeah, like from what I did see, when it was like nothing the fuck going on, he was kind of tricking that bitch, turnovers. Offense wasn't going, right game wasn't going. Yeah, like for them to pull out the win, I seen some of the highlights. Chris Godwin had like 100-some yards, damn near all of Baker's yards. Baker had a rushing touchdown that was fucking clutch as a bitch. So Yeah, man, Baker is baking. Baker is baking. So we gotta watch out for the Buccaneers, Falcons. I'm not sure how to grade them based off of their win against us, but if they can get their offense going, Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and even Mooney, who was going crazy, Bijan Robinson, of course, they can make some noise with that defense. They play the Kansas City Chiefs next week, well, Sunday. So, yeah, that's probably one of the games I'm going to lock in, Kansas City versus Falcons. So, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I think I got all the bases covered there. But back to the main event, WNBA playoffs. I'll get a quick prediction real quick, just off the hip real quick. But yeah, I would say New York, they're going to win against the Dream. As much as I like the Dream talent, I just think New York got a little more rapport with their talent, being together for another year. If they can get the best out of Jonquel Jones, I don't even think it's going to be a discussion. But, we'll see how the Liberty look consistency-wise. They have consistency issues, so see how that go. Minnesota versus the Mercury. Lynx versus Mercury. That might be an underrated matchup. It's for sure underrated because you got Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, who shout out to the GOAT, Diana Taurasi, man.
Most about what she's been able to do with her career.
Well, I mean, her work ethic and her body of work. I mean, it's extremely consistent, and she works extremely hard, and she takes no crap.
She had no room, no space, no chance, and she switched pass, sets the high screen, and that's all Taurasi needs. And one home. Taurasi turned.
Diana Taurasi, she had used a screen, then re-screened, ended up with Nickel Gumake on her. It didn't matter. You give her space, daylight, the way she's shooting tonight.
First of all, bleed blue. But, I seen Diana's last, I don't want to even say last game, but I seen the last game that Diana played in recently for this regular season. And, she gave her a little speech about possibly retiring.
And if it is the last time, no. I think they tricked Sue with that one last time. But I want to thank every single coach, every single player, every single person that's put on a WNBA jersey, because it takes a village. And our league is about uplifting each other at every turn. And to see where we are now, 28 years later, for the ones who played before, dang, Leo. Jeez. For everyone who played before this league is where it is now, we're thankful for you guys, and we're thankful for the next generation. But if it is the last time, it felt like the first time. I love you guys.
And if it is the last time retirement, she had a hell of a run. So, for Diana Taurasi, man, you got to put a little more respect on her name. This is somebody that's 20 years in after playing 4 years at UConn. So it's not like she came out of high school like the likes of LeBron and Kobe Bryant. She came out of college 4 years, 22 years old, and played 20 years in the WNBA professionally, amongst playing overseas and for the Olympics. And I believe she has does she have 3 championships with the Mercury? Maybe they just got one. I'm not sure. No, I think they got like 2 or 3. I got to fact check myself on that one, but yeah, multiple championships, multiple MVPs, multiple scoring champion, 6 gold medals, most in Olympic history for basketball. Was winning championships overseas. Like, Diana has done it all. High efficient score. Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. I would say that. Like, Diana Taurasi is definitely one of the GOATs, and I would not be opposed if you say she's the best player in the league. That's why I kind of had to hesitate when Rob asked me, like, don't you think A'ja Wilson is the best all time? And she definitely isn't on that trajectory. But there are players like a Diana Taurasi who has accomplished so many things in 20 years. So shout out to Diana Taurasi, the GOAT, one of the best to ever do it, the white mamba. And, that's her last game, or this is her last run, then, salute to her. With that being said, I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota just got a play style that's going to give the Mercury trouble. Khalil Copper, we got to see how healthy she looks. She's been sitting out for the last couple games. But it's probably precautionary actions. So we got to see how all that formulates. And, just got to see how their rotations. I think the coach, Mike Thibodeau, something like that, rookie coach or whatever, he decent, whatever, but you got to figure out those rotations. I feel like the Mercury is kind of like what I was saying about OKC. They kind of have an identity problem where it's like, do they want to play big or do they want to play small? Sometimes it's health issues, players be out, but, they'll have games where Sophie Cunningham starting at the 4 or, just play an overall small lineup. So, I think if they can get Natasha Mack a little more involved in the rotation, along with Brittany Griner, and just try to be, a force down low, I think the Mercury could fuck around and make this an interesting series. But if they don't try to play a little more assertive in the paint, then, yeah, Minnesota will probably fucking run them out the building, especially with a player like Elena Smith who can spread the floor out and make Brittany Griner get away from the rim. So, yeah, man, that's an interesting series. But I'm going to go Minnesota. I'm going to skip to this and Storm. This is a tricky series. I ain't gonna lie. This is a tricky series, all because of how the Aces have kind of like had to fight through the season. Like, the whole season for the Aces has been nothing but adversity, injuries, poor play, lack of consistency, maybe fatigue for their championship runs or whatever, but they are on a hot streak. I think like 8 of their last 3, 9 of their last 3, 9 of their last 2, something like that. So they are trending in the right direction. They had some solid wins against like the Sun. Who the fuck else they played? I can't even remember, to be honest. They had like some decent wins against the Fever and Dream. I want to say Mercury too, but I could be wrong. Point is, they had some solid wins, but it wasn't like against the Liberty. A'ja didn't play against the Liberty the second time they played. so you can't hold that much. But in that game, I did see some fight that can really encourage them to, not only get the best out their stars, but the best out their role players, which is the biggest thing. So, I'm excited to see the Aces match up with the Storm. Who's going to guard who? I think it's probably going to be Skylar Diggins and Chelsea Gray, or maybe it might be Skylar Diggins and Kelsey Plum. And probably have Jewel Lloyd guard Chelsea Gray. That would be nice for the Storm. Who's going to guard Jackie Young? It could be Horston or Gabby Williams. That's a nice matchup. I ain't gonna lie. I like to see Jackie Young and Gabby Williams go at it because they went at it in the Olympics. So that would be nice to see. And then you got Asia Wilson. Depending on who they start, I don't know if they will start Meg or Kia, but depending on who they start, is going to be pretty difficult for Asia to be the great Asia Wilson that she is against two stars like Nneka Nwunke and Izzy McAdoo. So, yeah, there's a lot of matchups going on in that series. And I'm going to go with the Aces, of course. I think their championship pedigree, they're a little more potent. Offensively, I think those two things are going to prevail for them. But Storm in the cakewalk. And last but not least, the Connecticut Sun and the Indiana Fever. That's probably going to be the dogfight series to start all this off. It's going to set the tone for the whole playoff advancements and how the whole playoffs are going to go for the WNBA because you already know the eyes is going to be on Caitlin Clark. That's first and foremost. But along with that attention, you get to see players like Kelsey Mitchell versus Marina Mabry. Get to see Dejanay Carrington, who has been having a fantabulous year. Probably most improved player of the year. I would say it's between her, Elena, and Izzy McAdoo. Elena Smith and Izzy McAdoo. I'll probably say those are my three top candidates. But yeah, like I feel like just the rivalry in his own right between Caitlin and Dejanay and Jesus Christ. Alyssa Smith and Dejanay Carrington got to play each other in the playoffs first round. Jesus Christ. I wonder how that household is going to hold up. But yeah, man, you got nice matchups. Brianna Jones versus Aaliyah Boston is going to be a nice matchup. Brianna Jones has been getting the fuck off recently, has been leading them in scoring in a lot of these games in the stretch. So, it's going to be some battles, man. It's going to be some battles. And then, again, Alyssa Thomas versus Alyssa Smith. That household could be crazy. I wonder how many TikToks Dejanay and Alyssa goes make during this playoffs. So, yeah, man. I'm excited to see Caitlin versus Dejanay. DeWanda Bonner, can't forget about her. Playoff veteran, championship winner. She can fucking snap and make this team extremely potent. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a very good WNBA playoffs. I'm putting money on that, of course. Yeah, man, tune in. The regular season was cool. Again, Asia Wilson, MVP. Angel Reese, great rookie year. Caitlin Clark, great rookie year. And all the other teams that was hooping, Minnesota, New York. I'll probably give my all WNBA team next time. It could be pretty much all of them, but yeah, I'll do that because I got to figure out where I have Caitlin. I got to figure out where I have Caitlin in all NBA, all WNBA team. So, yeah, man, get with you next time. Tune in next time. Please like, subscribe. We need them subscribers. We need them comments. We need it all, goddamn it. Because I'm trying to go live like Boosie. Trying to go live on y'all niggas because I ain't even in my bag yet. I don't think none of us in our bag yet with this shit. So, just keep tuning in, keep cooking for y'all and all that good shit. Yeah, man. Before I go, I would just like to say, I had a couple of other things I had to say. It was a couple of shout outs I had. I'll bring it up next time. But the main thing I want to shout out is keep motherfucking Diddy.
Came from the gutter slime with my brother. I'm back on the road with them things. I'm back in the club with the gang. I spent at least $1 on the chain. You pushing the shit or you strange. Get equipped to the game is dangerous. I feel different breed, never not the same. You been holding me down this drain. Every day I take it up another notch. I'm in the studio, maintain.